Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Today tastes like staying in, and it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual, and it never tasted this good.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Gore, Brad Boggs here on hand for today's home opener for your ICC Indians. The Indians come in with a 1-3 record, and the Northeast Tigers come in with a record of 4-4. We appreciate everyone that's tuning in this afternoon. Say a special hello to those that might be watching in favor of the Tigers. As softball, baseball going on right now, so a busy afternoon here in Fulton. When we come back, we'll take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups and have that First American National Bank opening pitch coming your way here from Fulton right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set, as we put the brakes here on the Davis Ford pregame show. Adam Gore, Brad Boggs will be here shortly because he's going to get a pin because the home plate umpire asked Tabari Mines that he'll bring it back, and guess what? He didn't. So that First American National Bank is going to be a ground ball up the middle, going to be a long throw in the dirt, but not hung on to, and that's going to be safe. Let's call that a base hit, as that was a tough play up the middle that time. As the First American National Bank opening pitch coming your way at 1:31. That's a 1:31 opening pitch there. And so now this is going to bring up Connor Davis. That was Bryce Stanton on that previous at-bat. So we're in the top of the first here, first game of the day. That pitch in there for a strike. So Connor Davis at the plate. He's playing second base. He's at the plate now with the runner at first and no outs here in the top of the first. Snap throw over is not in time. And so now let's take a look. It's Will Armistead on the hill here for the Indians. And so Armistead's going to step off as Davis resets now. Runner at first. There's no outs, no score here in the top of the first inning. We believe this is scheduled for 7-7 as that pitch in the dirt blocked up nicely that time by Connor Gardner. And that now makes it a 1-1 count here on Davis. So Davis now will dig in and get set for the pitch here. It's on its way. Ground ball is going to get through the gap, and the Tigers opening things up red hot here. Back-to-back hits. Now, the last time these two teams played, the Tigers led the game all the way up to the 7th inning before the Indians were able to rally and come back and force the game into extra innings. But a walk-off hit by the Tigers in the 8th led the Tigers to the victory there. Now we're joined by Dr. Brad Boggs. And Brad, I told everybody you had to run to get a pen because the umpire stole mine.
Yeah, glad to be here, though.
As that's a big breaking pitch in there for a strike. As this is Jacob Compton. So back-to-back singles to start the contest here. Compton, your third baseman. And Brad, as we come up across the players, feel free to chime in with some of their batting stats on the season when you get the chance.
Excellent. Let me get my gatherings here.
Another curveball liner, and it's going to be up the middle off the glove. And now they're going to score the run, and the Tigers out red hot there. A hard hit ball right back up the middle. It's going to be an RBI single for Compton. That's going to score Stanton. And now it's the Tigers getting off to a pretty strong start here with a 1-0 lead in the top of the first.
Yeah, Hancock tried to make a play on that when he dove. It was, ripped pretty good there, but he tried to make a play on it and was just unable to come up with the ball to make the stop. So had a chance there, but it would have taken a good play for him to come up with it.
So runners on first and second now here for the Tigers. They already lead it 1-0. That ball in the dirt goes for ball one. This is Josh Basil, the DH here, batting in that 4th spot. Sorry about that, having to send a message to our stream providers. That pitch up high for a ball. And so now it goes 2-0 here on Basil. And so runners on first and second. Run did score on that previous at-bat. Absolute beautiful day for baseball here in Fulton. Runners go. A little hit and run action as this ball deep to center field. Going to have to reel that one in, but the runners got back in a hurry. The runner for one from second to third. It almost rounded third. Thought we might have had a chance to double them up there, but instead that will just be a routine fly ball out to center.
Yeah, as usual, Domino made a good play on the ball. Obviously, what he does out there with his speed, made a good play on the ball and kept the runner from tagging up, and obviously going to tagging, having runners at third.
So a break there for the Indians as the Tigers are trying a little hit and run action that time. Got the routine fly ball out to center field for out number one. And now this will bring up Ramsey Ivy. Ivy is the second baseman. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and this one out to the outfield, and this time he's going to relay it in quickly. Had to kind of turn around, jump over himself to get that one. Was able to reel it in. Back-to-back putouts now by that is Domino out there.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, he was sitting on that first pitch fastball, just kind of sitting on that one, drove it to center field. Domino made a good play. Runner didn't even check up the tag on that. So got 2 outs here, got a good chance to get out of this jam here and, get back and score some runs at the bottom.
So now with 2 outs in the inning, that pitch in there for a strike. Armistead is dealing pretty well here early. This is going to be Ethan Dyer, the left fielder, at the plate here for the Tigers. He's the 7th batter of the inning here for Northeast. They lead it 1-0 with runners over at first and second with 1 out. We'll keep it here in between innings to give you today's Coca-Cola starting lineups between the two squads. Wind blowing out of the ballpark, but not just too strong of a wind today, but we can expect that with that cold front and storms moving in to possibly get up gusting a little bit harder as we progress throughout the afternoon. Dyer at the plate awaiting the pitch. A lot of time here. Curveball, runners goes, no throw, and that's going to be a double steal there. So Northeast coming out extremely aggressive here early on.
Picked a good pitch there to go on, obviously, when you got the breaking ball. Of course, stealing third with a left-handed batter here is pretty confident, you know.
Yeah.
But they picked up the pitch. It was a breaking pitch, and that was a good one to steal.
So now runners in scoring position here with 2 outs in the inning, 1-0. Northeast with the lead, trying to build on that there. Swing and a miss. And that's going to go for a strike.
Yeah, another breaking ball they threw in there, and they couldn't catch up with that one.
So 1-2 now is the count here on Dyer. So Dyer trying to spark the bats here for the Tigers in the top of the first inning. That pitch.
Well, high heat.
Yes, they had some movement on that fastball, but just a little up and out of the zone that time. 2-2 now is the count.
Not a bad pitch in that situation, to be honest with you. So, try to see if we can get him swing at something.
So 2 balls, two strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Curveball. Found a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive, and we'll stay at 2-2.
Just got a piece of that one, to be honest with you. I mean, he barely, I think at the end of the bat there, just got a hold of that one and, just staying alive, and that's what he's doing. He's fighting off that breaking pitch right now.
So the Indians trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. The Tigers trying to get the merry-go-round spinning here in the top of the first inning. They already lead it 1-0. There is 2 outs here. Swung on and missed, blocked up. The first base is open, so they're going to be able to throw it over. They do so in time to end the inning. So the Indians get out of the inning with minimum damage done there after that Renaissance Bank strikeout. He was retired by the catcher. So 1 run on 3 hits and 2 batters left on. No errors there in the inning. So let's keep it here real quick and take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups. And let's start with the Northeast Tigers. We've already introduced you to 7 of the batters for the Tigers, and it goes like this from top to bottom. Bryce Stanton's playing in center field. Connor Davis over at second base. Jacob Compton will be the first baseman today. Josh Basil will be the DH. Ramsey Ivy will be actually I've got 2 second basemen on my lineup with the card I was given, so we'll have to go back and double check that. Looks like number 3 is at second base for the Tigers.
Number 3.
And that's going to be Ivy.
That's Ivy. Mm-hmm.
So we'll find where Connor Davis is here in a moment. You've got Dyer, Ethan Dyer. He's out in left field. Your catcher, and that is going to be Hayden Scarborough. And in right field is going to be Sean Dalton Weatherby. And your third baseman is Gray Berry. So that looks like that leaves our shortstop to be Connor Davis. And then Brian Seaman will be pitching here for the Tigers, and we'll get some numbers on him in a moment. For your ICC Indians, this is what the lineup looks like here from top to bottom. Leading things off will be Lane Domino playing in center field. Called his name a few times defensively already. Riley Davis is your DH. Hayden Harris will be out in left field. Kylan Carter will be over at first base. Bailey Albritton will be your third baseman. Tyler Murphy will be in right field. Your catcher is going to be Connor Gardner. Eli Hancock will be the second baseman. Shortstop will be Drew Capibianco. And as we mentioned the previous inning, Will Armistead is your pitcher here for ICC. So Indians already trail it 1-0, so they're going to try to find the bats here in the bottom of the first. Indians come in with a record of 1-3. As we mentioned in the abbreviated pregame show, ICC did play Northeast in the opening game of the season. Lost that one by 1 run in extra innings. And so the Indians want to try to avenge that here. Now, this is not a conference doubleheader. Those will start before too much longer. just playing some of the North teams, playing each other to try to get these games in before the season starts. And I know you, Coach Ball, worked hard with the commissioner just to try to find a way to get baseball, softball, all the sports a chance to play this year. And we appreciate everything you guys have done, as well as the commissioner, to help these guys and gals be able to have their season. And this pitch is fouled back for strike one.
Yeah, it was difficult, obviously, for all the sports here in Mississippi because, we're all running spring sports here except for football. So hats off to everyone involved for us to get things going here.
So this is Lane Domino. He had that 3-run home run, and the Indians come from behind, almost win, I should say. They end up losing it again in extra innings against Northeast. But it was one of those home runs, listening to the Northeast broadcast, the broadcaster, like me back in my office, when he hit it, you knew it. It was one of those that was out of the ballpark, bounced off they call it a foul pole. I like to call it a fair pole because if you hit the pole, it's fair.
That's exactly
right. But hit the pole out there and was able to put 3 runs on the boards for the Indians.
That's a good 0-2 pitch right there. Kind of come in tight with it. That's what he swung at the first time, fouled it back. Was a high tight one there on the inside. So it was a good 0-2 pitch right there.
So Domino having to protect the plate here with a 1-2 count. That pitch going outside evens things up now at 2-2.
Yeah, that one really wasn't even anywhere around the plate right there to, get Domino to chase anything. So that one was well out of the strike zone.
Domino, Davis, and Harris scheduled up here for the Indians. As that pitch drifts inside, brushes Domino off a little bit, and now the count goes full at 3-2.
Good quality bat here right now so far. He's worked it back to a full count here, and hey, let's see what happens here.
So Domino getting ready for the 3-2 pitch, and a great at bat there. Fell behind 0-2, was able to come back and draw a walk to get on base, and that's what you need out of your leadoff batter, Brad. Just find a way on, whether it's a base hit by pitch, or a walk like that. And the Indians able to get the first runner on by a walk.
That's exactly what you need out of that leadoff guy with the speed. Get him on base here, do what we need to do. Maybe get a base or two here, get some bases to steal, get a hit. Let's drive the run in. We've got to get him in scoring position is the main thing.
Now this is Riley Davis at the plate here for the Indians. Davis the DH. Runner at first base. Domino is a threat to steal. That pitch going to miss low for a ball. Well, look at the dimensions of the ballpark. 330 down the line here at Crescent Field. 365 to the gaps. 390 out to dead center. The flag is blowing today, but as we said, not really enough wind to alter anything. As that pitch inside corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
He's trying to paint that inside corner pretty good so far, what we saw with Domino, and then, of course, on that pitch right there.
Brian Seaman on the hill here for the Tigers. Already walked one. This is the second batter he's faced so far. Runner goes. This is going to be a little hit-and-run action. Perfectly timed for the Indians.
That's a great play right there. Domino was already in motion. That gets him to third over very easily right there, Adam. And so we're in a good spot here. No outs. Runners at first and third.
Timely hit there, as you mentioned, Brad, for the Indians. Just hit that hit-and-run action, a little blooper that was over the head and to the gap between the shortstop and third baseman. Northeast did a good job of quickly getting that one back in to keep the runner at first. So runners on the corners and no outs here for the Indians, and Hayden Harris, the left fielder, coming to the plate. A chance to tie the ball game with the base hit here. And he swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls that one off, and over in the corner, just a few feet ahead of the dugout right there of the Tigers.
Another one on he's working that inside, and of course those guys are fighting it off pretty good. But if he keeps trying to paint that inside, that could be a little trouble.
Runner goes, throw down to second is in time. Well, it took him a while to decide if he wanted to call it an out or not.
Well, it was a good pitch, too. Over the plate, left out there, fastball, and then, of course, we ran on that one. I don't suppose that was obviously a hit-and-run situation. I wouldn't think in that case, obviously, because he didn't swing. But great pitch at that point in time, so we got a strike here and a runner out.
0-2 is the count. And there's strike three. Got him looking at that one, and that was just a great pitch, Brad.
Yeah, that was, and I was wrong on the strike because I was looking at the board out there, so that was strike three right there. It looked like a slider right there, Adam, coming in there.
Yeah, one of those that just clipped that outside corner, and it's one of those as a batter, Hayden Harris, all you can do is stare at it a little bit longer and be like, yeah, I missed a good pitch.
And that hurts, too, after the runner stole second, and now we're sitting at 2 outs with the runner at third. That really hurt right there in that case.
Well, this is Kylan Carter. Sends one out to right field. This is going to score a run. Big-time clutch hit there from Kylan Carter.
Big-time clutch hit, and that was an inside-out swing, and that's what you want him to do when he's trying to paint that inside corner, is that inside-out swing and drive that pitch as a right-handed batter over out in right field. And that's what he did, and so that got the runner in.
So we've got a tie ball game here as the Indians push across a run there off the bat of Kylan Carter to score Lane Domino, who walked and advanced to third on a perfectly executed hit and run by Riley Davis. And now 1-1 is your score here in the bottom of the first. There is 2 outs and a runner over at first. That's Carter. We're going to step off for a minute and everybody's going to reset. There's 2 outs here in the first inning. Ooh. And that pitch inside, and tell you what, Bailey Albritton a lot braver than I am, or a lot younger than I am. That's coming at my ribs like that. I'm in the lake or in the river by now. I'm jumping so far out of the way.
He was hanging in there with that one, I'm going to tell you.
Another beautiful slider coming right back over the plate from Seaman, and that one now evens up the count at 1-1.
He's been working that inside corner as we talked about with the fastball on his right-handed batters, and he throws that slider in there like that, and it's throwing him off a little.
There's going to be a little flare. Does it stay fair? No. Didn't really get a big of a call from the home plate umpire. He just kind of made a lackadaisical call and threw the ball back to the pitcher. The pitcher actually had to kind of adjust and catch the ball coming to him because he didn't know if that was fair or foul. So tough break there for the Indians as that one just took a bad hop, and now the count goes 1-2 here against Albritton, the third baseman. Britton fouls that one off. Good job going low, finding a piece of that one.
Yeah, did a very good job fighting that off right there because that, obviously that was going to be a tough one to get a piece of. He was able to do that, stay alive here with 2 strikes.
So the count will stay at 1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 is your score here between the rivals, Northeast and ICC. That pitch outside for a ball. Evens the count now at 2-2.
Not going to get him to chase that one out there. That one's way off the plate right there. So that's one that he's not going to pull the trigger on more than likely. But let's see what he does. Comes back inside maybe here.
2-2 pitch. Got him looking.
Went right down the middle, looks like, basically.
So they just loaded up and blew that one by him. The second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Seaman. But the Indians do get 1 run on 2 hits and no errors and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout and come back with the top of the second. As we do that, we'll hear a few words from Renaissance Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the second inning. Adam Gore, the illustrious, maybe even dangerous Brad Boggs, joining us this afternoon for baseball. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. This is Hayden Scarborough, the catcher at the plate here for the Tigers. Scarborough, Weatherby, and Berry due up here this inning as wind's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, got a nice little breeze blowing back here. It's of course the sun's out on the field. I know it feels good out there.
Yeah, not so much here. That pitch drifts inside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here on Hayden Scarborough. Well, we imagine the wind will be continuing to pick up as we progress throughout the day. As that pitch right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. It is blowing out to dead center. The key to the ballpark here in Fulton is to look at the pine trees out there to the left as there's a fly ball to center field. And Domino jogging backwards and makes the catch. I tell you what, he makes them interesting when they get out there to center field, as that's going to be the third putout of the game for Domino. But, Brad, as I was saying, and you know this as well as I do, a lot of people look at the flag to see, you know, how the wind's actually blowing at the ballpark. But here in Fulton, you want to look at the trees that go along the third base line and the outfield and watch the top of those. Those are a little bit better indicator of how high or how the winds want to affect the baseball.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and especially because obviously getting it up in the air right there, and of course close to this water out here at the 10 time. You're exactly right. That's going to be a telltale.
So that first pitch, a breaking pitch across for a strike, and that one a carbon copy of that one as well. Armstrad, he's got the hook going today, and when he can get that curveball over for strikes, he's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, got something to work with here now. You got an 0-2 count here. Let's see if you keep it out of the zone.
That time drops a little sidearm, gets it in the dirt, couldn't get him to chase one. Good eye on the part of Weatherby to hold off on that one, as 1-2 now goes to count.
Yeah, and still got a pitch to work with here, in my opinion. You know, that was an 0-2. Let's see if you can get him to chase something here.
Pitch outside and couldn't go after that one. Now evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, a little high heat there, kind of coming on the outside there, just a little too far outside to get him to chase.
So now the 2-2 pitch coming. That one in the dirt. Not a bad spot to miss again. It's one of those you get him to chase one. If he does make contact, it's either a foul ball or just a harmless dribbler to the infield. But now you got to be careful here with the 3-2 count. Don't want to walk the first batter because, as we saw for the Indians, usually that leadoff batter, when they walk, they turn around and score, and then that one is going to be a walk there.
And that wasn't a terrible pitch that he just did right there. That was in on the hands a little bit. He almost went around on it, but the first base umpire said no, he did not go around. So we got a man on base here now with one out. You got a man on for Northeast.
We're in the top of the second inning. Game one between ICC and Northeast here is Will Armistead on the mound. And that pitch catches the corner for strike one. At the plate is the number 9 batter. That is Gray Berry. Berry playing third base here for the Tigers. Again, this is a non-division or non-conference match. Is not a match, that's tennis. Non-conference game. We got too many sports going for me. Try to keep them straight, Brad.
We got them all going on. I tell you what, it is interesting. And, of course, especially how this schedule works with baseball and softball right now.
Yeah, of course, when we do start conference play, when, say, for instance, if ICC is playing Northeast right now in conference play, the softball team will be scheduled to be at Northeast and vice versa against the same teams. Is that pitch in there for a strike?
Yeah, it's a good pitch. And what they did in baseball, basically, they're just trying to keep it in state, you know, as much as they can due to the COVID guidelines again, and just kind of keep things in here. And, of course, it was harder to find some teams, too, out of state to play for those non-conference games.
Sets up on that outside corner, couldn't quite get the call. That's going to be a ball. 1-2 is the count. And to elaborate on that a little more, folks, we did have some schools in Tennessee, Alabama, scheduled originally, and then their conference or their schools determined that they didn't want them traveling out of state to play, as there's a swinging strike for strike 3, and that's sort of, so when they get bumped for their own conference saying, okay, well, you can't travel out of state to play, well, then that just makes things interesting for us. Another unique unfolding opportunity to figure out a way to
definitely
make
does.
something happen.
Oh, you're exactly right. When they can't travel, of course, we look to have them here. And, you know, during spring break every year, we always have those teams coming in, especially from up north, to play us, and it's just not going to happen this year.
That pitch outside corner breaks just a little bit too much for a ball as we go back now to, to the top of the lineup, and this is going to be Stanton. That last pitch was the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Armistead. Throw to first is not in time. Stetton singled and scored a run in his first at bat of the day. 1-0 is the count here to Stanton. Breaking pitch outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. That one high and outside.
And he's got good patience up there right now, Stanton does. He's just waiting on his pitch with 2 outs here.
So 2-0 is the count.
Not going there.
Breaking pitch up high. Good pitch back over the plate, just a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. And now he finds himself in a great opportunity here, 3-0. You feel like the red light's going to be on, though, in this situation. And it is, and takes the whole way and draws the walk.
Yeah, 4 straight, nowhere close on that last one anywhere to get it in, or to get him to, even if he had the red light, to get him to chase. So, again, you got 4 straight, runner on. Now you got runners at first and second, got one in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Well, Connor Davis is going to come to the plate here for the Tigers. He had a single, stole the base, and was left stranded in scoring position in his first at bat today. So the Tigers got some productivity out of the top of their lineup. Looking for it again here. 1-1 is the score. Top of the second. Curveball missing outside, and right now that's 5 straight pitches for Armistead that's failed to find the strike zone. So he's just got to come back and take a deep breath and just find that zone here.
Where you got to dig deep, you got to find it. And that wasn't a bad breaking pitch he threw right there. Brader didn't chase after that one, but it wasn't a bad breaking pitch, to be honest with you. It was just a great eye up there by Davis. I think that's Davis. Is that Davis?
Yes, Connor Davis is at the plate, the shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Looks the runner back at second. Count is 1-0 here. There is 2 outs in the inning. That's the saving grace for the Indians right now if they can get out of this inning with no damage done. As that pitch goes high again.
That would have been hard to lay off right there. Now that one was some good heat right there in the middle, but he was able to, again, restrained himself and got some patience. And what they may be doing now, they know he hasn't thrown a strike in a while here, and they're going to just take till he throws one.
That's true. So 6 straight pitches now from Armistead, failing to find the zone here. And there's a ground ball that's going to get through. We're going to see if they're going to try to score the run. Yes, they are. The throw is going to be cut off. Throw to third is not in time, though. And the ICC fans thought they should have called him out. Now, he was safe. I'll back the umpire up on that one.
Yeah, definitely safe there, and that's what happens when you get behind, and, of course, not behind only in the count there, which he did, but the previous batter, which we walked, got the runner in scoring position, all that, and, of course, that's what happened. And then he's sitting there waiting because, obviously he's trying to find the strike zone. He finds it. You hit a good ground ball right there between short and third. Runner scores.
So now it's 2-1. Northeast with the lead here. We're in the top of the second. Runners on second and third here, so the Tigers going to continue to try to see if they can spark a 2-out rally as that pitch missing outside for a ball.
And you got to be careful here, too, because you've got 2 in scoring position here now, and so something in the gap is going to find 2 in.
And then it hit him.
That breaking pitch just kept going on the inside. He turned on it to swing, but he knew that breaking pitch was just breaking on in toward his thigh there, caught him, and so now we got the bases loaded here with 2 outs.
And so 2 outs here, and this is where the Tigers want to be in this situation. You got your DH, who is typically your strongest bat in the lineup here, and Josh Basil.
He's your cleanup hitter, so yeah, this is where you got to be careful. And you don't have a base, you don't have a base open to put him on. Obviously, if his bat is that strong, and so we got to throw to him.
Good crowd out today for both ICC and Northeast, as anticipated.
As anticipated, Boonville just up the road there, and so you anticipate they would bring a good crowd with them, and they did.
A few people following the guidelines of separating a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So Basil finds the curveball in there for a strike. Good pitch there by Armistead. Good job by, I guess you can say, Connor Gardner to come out there and kind of just settle his pitcher down a little bit. Say, hey, look, bases loaded, but let's just go after this guy. We just need one more out here.
Well, you got to throw to him. So I mean, let your defense play.
Fastball missing low and outside for a ball. Good job by Gardner. Get out there and block that one up to keep the runners where they're at right now.
If he's finding the strikes, if that's where he's finding it with the breaking pitches, which it may be, you're going to have the catcher's going to have to be on his toes to keep keep the plate blocked up.
And there's a ground ball, third base side, and it's going to be a tough play, and interference is going to be called.
Here he comes.
They're going to call interference.
I got you. Sure
Interesting.
That is interesting.
The base runner stuck his hand out as if he was going to act like he was going to catch the ball. Didn't touch the ball, but they call interference on him. That's interesting.
Yeah, Coach, Northeast coach, Coach Harrelson's talking to him about it.
He's going to talk to him about it. So they always say when you come to the ballpark, you're going to see something you've never seen before. Well, there it is, folks. In my 20-something years of calling baseball, I've never seen that before. So we're going to take a break and hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 is your score as that pitch just a little outside.
Just a little bit.
Ball one is the call. We're in the bottom of the second inning. And just to better explain what happened to end that last inning, runner interference was called on Bryce Stanton, who was trying to score from third base that time. He simply just stuck his arm out and acted like he grabbed the ball. Even though the ball was a good 3 to 4 foot away from him, the home plate umpire called runner interference, and that was the third out of the inning. Is that pitch in there for a strike?
Got a 2-1 count here now. Of course, he'd worked at the 2-0 and took a fastball right there.
And this is Tyler Murphy, who sends a flare out to the right side. It's going to drift foul and hit the turf. And so now he's going to be working with a 2-2 count. Adam Gore, Brad Boggs bringing this action here from Fulton. We appreciate you guys tuning in here. Home opener for the ICC baseball team. If you're looking for softball, it's over on the Blue Channel. John Luke and Michael Upton have the call on that game. Time is taken there by Tyler Murphy. Murphy in right field. Gardner's on deck. He's catching, and Eli Hancock is due up. He's playing second base for the Indians. Murphy reaches out, pops this one up. Second baseman calling everyone off. Should be a little routine can of corn, and it is, and hauled in for out number one.
Great pitch right there, just on the outside right there. He did what he could to get a piece of it, and that's all he got was a piece, and just a little pop up there to the right side of the infield.
So now with one out in the inning, this is going to bring up Connor Gardner to the plate here for the Indians. The ICC trails at 2-1, and I'm going to be honest with you folks, the Indians are happy to be trailing at 2-1 right now, because in that previous inning could have really gotten out of control. As that pitch inside, they're going to say hit him.
He's been painting that corner, as I've said, on those right-handed batters. He's been painting that inside corner, working it pretty well so far. And again, I'm sure that Coach Collier has noticed that as well as everybody else. And sometimes in those situations you have to. You tell your batters to scoot in just a little bit, stay inside the box. But if he's going to work that inside corner, make him earn it.
So now this is going to be Eli Hancock. Hancock's going to take that pitch, and it's going to hit him again. And so the runner was in motion, but a dead ball as Hancock was hit by the pitch.
Yeah, Northeast going through a little pitching struggles right now themselves, kind of like we were last inning. So, got a situation here. The Indians do. Got a runner in scoring position here, 1 out. Great opportunity here to get that run back and tie the game up.
So, yeah, the Indians now send Drew Capobianco, the shortstop, batting in that 9 spot, to the plate right now. Looks at that pitch in the dirt for a ball.
He's still missing down low right now. And there you go, Northeast going out to the mound. They're going to talk to him about it.
So a quick trip to the mound. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
And welcome back as the umpire taking the slow stroll to the mound to break everything up. As soon as he gets up there, everybody spreads out and ready to re-go here. 2-1 is your score. ICC trailing. We're in the bottom of the second inning. There is 1 out so far here in the second.
It's probably a good mound visit right there, Adam, in their situation, to be honest with you, knowing kind of you got runners in scoring position.
So runners at first and second after back-to-back hit batters. And now Capobianco at the plate. Taking a lot of time here. So he throws that one in there for a strike.
And the talk helped.
It did. It's like the count on the board says 1-1. So that's when I'm going to make my mark.
I'm going with you.
We'll see what the umpire says after this pitch. This pitch fouled back. That should go for strike 2. As that one, boy, hit something solid back there in behind us.
Did you park back there?
I did not. So 1-2 is the count. I learned a long time ago, and I'll tell the story after this pitch here on why I do not park near a ballpark, and it's quite entertaining. Is this ground ball, and it's going to be to the first baseman, only plays over at second. Now they're going to try to get 2, do they not? No. And there is a rough.
And that's hard to turn 2 on right there with your left-handed batter at the plate. It's hard to turn 2. They almost did, but you had a little speed up there too. And Drew Capobianco, he was able to run it out and make it a tough play. So now we've got a runner at third. The good thing we got first and third here with 2 outs. So we do have a runner here at third. Let's see what happens because we got Domino up, our leadoff hitter now.
So Drew reaches on a fielder's choice that retires Eli Hancock. Connor Gardner is over at third, so the Indians now have runners on the corner. It looks like maybe Brian Seaman having a little issues with that plant foot that he has. He seems like he's trying to stretch, maybe cramping on the mound, or hopefully that's all that is. As Domino's at the plate, takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
Just flat, straight, right in there. And
so there is 2 outs in the innings. Tying run is over at third base. And may not have to worry about that. Deep fly ball left side. Is it fair? Yes, it is.
That was a breaking pitch. He left it hanging up there, and Domino made a good play on that one. I mean, he was all over it when he hit it. I mean, it was no doubt as soon as he hit that one. So great at-bat right there by Lane Domino.
Well, Domino had a 3-run home run in Boonville. Got another one here in Fulton. Lane Domino steps up with a big-time hit there, and the Indians add 3 runs to the board and take a 4-2 lead. Well, that was one there, Brad. When he got it, all the question was, is it going to stay fair? It did, and it landed out of reach for the left fielder.
Did. He threw the fastball before that one that was a strike that he watched go by and then was sitting on that curveball and did an excellent job.
Pitch fouled straight back behind us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you, if you want to find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, we do invite you to visit iccms.edu/foundation or /alumni. Now this pitch popped up. 0-2 pitch there, and to the right side, and the right fielder's coming in and make the play, but not before the damage was done with one swing of the bat by Lane Domino. A 3-run home run helps the Indians retake the lead 4-2 here. We've played 2 in Fulton. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 3rd inning. And it's going to be
Ivy.
Ivy coming to the plate, as Basil was actually at the plate when that runner interference was called. I didn't know what that situation would be because, as I said, I've never seen that before. So I didn't know if he would get the basically redo at the plate. That pitch goes high. 1-1 now is the count. Ivy, Dyer, and Scarborough due up here for the Tigers. Indians lead this one 4-2 after a 3-run home run, and they're going to say he went. Yes, he did.
A good pitch.
Yep.
Great pitch. Got him chasing there. Now we're looking at a 1-2 count here, so you got a little wiggle room. Okay, the board got it wrong. It's 2-1, but I think it's 1-2 count.
It is.
Did he go?
I'm going to say he did not go that time, and evens the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, they went the other way with it, 3-1.
Yep, first game. They're still learning.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's early in the year.
It is.
They're still trying to figure out the wind.
2-2 pitch coming, and there's a hard hit. Line drive out to left field. This could go for extra bases, and it will.
Bobble.
As he bobbles that one, the throw in is nearly in time.
He smoked that high fastball. It was just kind of on the inside part of the plate, just enough, and I mean, he turned on that. And line drive out to left field, just enough again, as we said, for the left fielder. He bobbled it just enough for the runner to make the turn, easy into second.
Now you got to give a real quick shout out, Annabelle Bunch, tuning in this afternoon, supporting the Indians. Appreciate her and everyone else that's watching. If you're watching, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know at Let's Go ICC. We're going to try to find some softball updates for you. As softball playing Sneed today. Try to lay down that bunt, fouls it off.
And trying to catch him off guard right there, or asleep in a sense. And, of course, you got a left-handed hitter up here. You know, he could lay one down and see what happens. But wasn't able to do it, wasn't able to get it down, foul ball.
Northeast coming in ranked number 11th in the country. ICC unranked. 0-1 is the count as this is Dyer at the plate. Dyer swings on that breaking pitch, fouls it off, and that one goes as a strike.
Great breaking pitch coming in right there, and he was barely able to get a piece of it, but he did. Stayed on and got just a piece to foul that pitch off.
Softball, they're up 4-1 after 4 complete. That one's over there on the Blue Channel if you would like to check that one out. Playing Sneed State today in a doubleheader. ICC split with Shelton yesterday. Lost the first game in extra innings and won the second.
Poured it on in that second game.
They won that one in 5 innings. So now 0-2 is the count here to Dyer.
Oh, look at this breaking again. And he did.
And that one in the dirt. Couldn't get him to chase one that time.
Not bad pitch there for an 0-2 pitch again, and the catcher did a great job blocking up to keep the runner from advancing to third.
So 1-2 now is the count. There's no outs here. So it steps out and we're going to reset here. Indians up 4-2 after a 3-run home run by Lane Domino, his second home run of the year. They look the runner back to second, so a cat and mouse game going out there.
Yeah, they're trying to check him back there. Of course, obviously you don't want that runner to advance over to third if we can help it. So just trying to keep him in check back there.
So the count is 1-2. There's no outs. Top of the third, ICC leading 4-2. Dyer at the plate. Listen to that pitch high and outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count.
Again, not a bad pitch, as I always say there when you're dealing with a 1-2 count. Not a bad one there. A little high heat. Not bad, though. It would have been hard for him to get a bat on that one, so he didn't chase.
So now waiting this 2-2 pitch here from Armistead.
Oh.
And there's strike 3. Ball gets away. They're going to throw this one down, and they do get the out. Runner will not advance in that situation.
I don't know that Gardner expected that one to break like it did.
I agree.
He set up on the outside corner there, and I think the breaking pitch was called more toward the outside, and it came on toward the inside. But he did a great job of adjusting to it to keep the ball in front of him.
That's actually the second time that Dyers went down on strikes but was put out by the catcher. So now this is going to be Hayden Scarborough, who flew out to center field in his first at bat today. Wind is picking up and blowing out towards dead center. Listen to that first pitch high and inside for a ball. Well, more crowd continuing to come in today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice day, and you know, with this good weather that we're having, I would expect to see people trickling in.
Especially as the day progresses and more people start to get off work a little bit. There's a jam job, and it's going to drop for a base hit, and the Tigers are going to try to score the run. Let's see if they're going to challenge it at home. And they cut it off, and the Tigers put another one on the board. And I tell you what, the Tigers doing a great job this afternoon so far in situational hitting, getting it done.
They are. They're a great job, and but I will say that was a good cut right there, in my opinion, because you know we needed to cut that one. That kept the runner from advancing to second, kept him out of scoring position. Still kept it a one-run game. He wasn't going to get him out at home had they let it go through.
And so now this is going to be Sean Dalton Weatherby. Takes a look at that sidearm pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, different arm angles helps, and that's what's going to adjust it, and that'll mix your hitter up.
So 0-1 is the count here to Weatherby. He walked and scored a run in his previous at bat.
Break.
Was it that one? That one in there for a strike as well. A little delay call on that one.
Got an 0-2 count here. Again, you got something to work with here. So got some pitches. So let's not make this one a good pitch here. Really, you don't keep it up in the strike zone.
And this one blasted but foul into the bullpen for ICC. Nobody down there warming up. And so now the count will stay 0-2.
Breaking ball, but it was on the inside, and all he could do was turn on it that fast. Could not keep it in play.
So a runner at first base. Snap throw over to first, and boy, if that one had been thrown a little bit closer to the runner, may have been a bang-bang play, but being thrown more towards home plate versus first base allowed the runner to dive back without any issues.
Absolutely.
That pitch high for a ball. And 1-2 now is the count. 4-3 is the score.
That's Scarborough at first, and then I don't see him having any stolen bases this season.
Breaking pitch, foul back over the netting, headed towards soccer.
Should not have to worry. Shouldn't too much with him taking an extra base, but you might. Not saying that he doesn't have some speed that we don't know about.
It's also the catcher. You don't know very many catchers that are known for stealing bases. 1-2 the count here. There is one out. That pitch up high. Snap throw is a little high again. If that would have been on, would have been a pretty close play. Maybe just keeping Scarborough a little bit more honest than he wants to be over there. So 2-2 now is the count.
He's testing the waters, kind of keeping everybody honest, like you said, Adam. And, you know, and what that can do, obviously, it can potentially cause us to make an error.
Yep.
That will advance the runner to second, obviously get him in scoring position.
And so they were checking the count. And I assume it's 2-2.
I don't know. A while ago, it was three strikes and one ball on the board.
And that pitch goes high. So now I've got it as 3-2.
That's full. That's what they got it on the board out there.
Good call.
Can't lose him right here. We don't need that runner unscored. And he did. Wasn't a bad pitch either. It was a fastball just a little up, and it wasn't terrible. But he did a good job of composing himself, the hitter did, and not going after that, knowing he wasn't going to be able to do anything with it, I guess, you know, had he swung.
Well, for a split second, I thought he called it a strike because he had a loud cadence after calling it a ball. But they did call it a ball, so it will be ball 4. And so with one out, runners on first and second, Tigers cooking here. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball?
Right, we don't need to get back where we were in that inning. Now we got to get back, got to get the composure and find the strike zone again. You know, here we don't need to get off kilter here. Obviously, we got one out and a runner in scoring position. So
1-0 is the count now. 2-0 goes the count with one out. Runners at first and second here. Still no action in the bullpen for the Indians. Armstead, when he's good, but when he's off, and it's kind of flip-flop between innings right now, and right now running into a little bit of a struggle.
A little bit of struggle.
That pitch in there for a strike. Good job just loading up and throwing that one back in the strike zone to make it a 2-1 count now.
Well, again, you got to come to the conclusion. You got to know your defense is going to play defense behind you, and you got to put the ball in play. You know, especially when you get in those situations.
So waiting the 2-1 offering here from Armstead. Runners at first and second. Ground ball, and it's going to find the gap. And this should tie the ball game here.
Let that go.
No, they're going to say it's safe.
I think he got in. It was a good throw. Yep. Good throw by the left fielder right there. So, I mean, nothing wrong on that. It's just obviously, like I say, it was runner was a little faster. But got in. That ties it up.
Yep, bang play there at the plate, and as you said, there the runner just a little bit faster that time, as that's going to be a hit for Barry and a trip to the mound here for the Indians. We're going to take a timeout and be back with more after we hear from First American National Bank. 4-4 your score here in Fulton.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. no monthly fees, and no minimum balance. And I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No change as of right now here for the Indians. 4-4 is your score. Back and forth we go in this one. Anything you can do, I can do better. And right now the Tigers trying to regain the lead here. Runners on the corners here for the Tigers.
Let's see if they work up something on first and third here, northeast.
Back to the top of the lineup here, and this
way
is
out in front.
Going to be Bryce Stanton at the plate. Now, he was the runner that was called out with interference last time, so you know he's going to try his best to make it up to his teammates here in this at-bat, especially with the runner in scoring position. Well, this game kind of staying true to what we've seen in a lot of games in the league earlier this season. And did they say win or not? Apparently not.
Yeah. But
just checking scores throughout the league as we've gone throughout the season, it's been high-scoring games. As I'm going to come out and reset the defense here. It's been high-scoring games. I've seen some games score as high as 10 to 11 in the fourth inning and end up having to go 12 innings. Well, knock on wood here for this one.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see once division play rolls around, or conference play, as I should say, rolls around. You know, are we seeing teams kind of pitching off right now? You know, there's a lot of gamesmanship going on since teams are playing each other. It's going to play each other again later on in the year whenever conference play rolls around.
Yeah, you get more looks at each other before, you know, obviously before the normal year. He's set up outside.
Ground ball overthrow. Hits the runner, and he's going to be safe, and the run will count.
He's going for the double play. Not a bad, obviously not the bad move there, but going for the double play. He was hit hard enough where he could turn the double play. Again, just didn't throw it out enough. The throw hit the runner.
Yeah. Error on the play there, and the run scores. 5-4. Northeast has regained the lead. As you said, trying to get that double play, and one of those situations, a coaching opportunity when the Indians come back to practice this week, and make sure you want to execute those. There's a little bit of rush as he dove for the ball and blocked it up. Felt like he had to hurry his throw a little bit and ended up putting it in the back of the head of the runner. Ground ball. And it's going to be one. Can they get two? Yes, they do.
No, it didn't. Called him safe. Called him safe. Called him safe.
Wow. Routine play there, and
I think Coach Collier's going to have a say on that one.
May come over here and appeal to the home plate umpire, but my goodness, he scooped it, showed it clean, and so as of right now, Connor Davis will reach on a fielder's choice. And Coach Collier pleading his case, and the infield umpire not having any of it. And Coach Collier going to stop and say something to him. He's going to keep on walking.
Well,
so Davis on a fielder's choice. Did a run score that time? Okay, so no run scored.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so that would go 5-4 on the putout. That was interesting.
Most definitely. And yeah, now you got runners at first and third again here with 2 outs. And the smoked one right down the first base line there, and that's going to score one.
That's going to score one, and they're going to send the runner from first to third, and Tigers take advantage of a questionable missed call there, and now they lead it 6-4. And again, anything you can do, I can do better.
And Coach Collier's going to make the trip to the mound. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, Adam.
So with the trip to the mound, we're going to take the break with them, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tide!
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Brady Davis is your new pitcher here for the Indians. Runners on the corners, those belong to Will Armistead, so we can't quite close the book on him just yet, as, man, a missed double play call has come back to haunt the Indians. But credit to Tigers, they were able to cash in on that extra opportunity given to them to be able to push across another run and take a 6-4 advantage. That's what you got to do, take advantage of those opportunities and cash in on them. There's a flare out to the right side. Oh, man, that was somebody's vehicle, and it hit hard. Hopefully no windshield over there got busted. So that first pitch being a foul ball makes it 0-1. Ground ball, and it's going to find its way through. A few CNI singles today out there to that left side, and the Tigers take a 7-0 lead now. An RBI single there for Basil. And so the Tigers porting on here. Already 5 runs here in this inning, and looking to add to that here now. Davis, new pitcher here. Hard hit fly ball left side. Is it going to stay in the ballpark? And yes, it will. That one just didn't carry enough, and the Indians able to get out of the inning, but not before the Tigers hang 5 runs on the board to take a 7-4 advantage here as we head to the bottom of the third. Indians got some work to do. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back is already 2 pitches quickly delivered to Harris, and he's with a 1-1 count. Or excuse me, that was actually 0-2. And just like that, Harris as quickly gets up there, gets sat back down. And the second time he's gone down looking at strikes today. That strikeout being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Be sure and visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about their rewards extra checking accounts. That's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Brian Seaman. This pitch fouled back and out of play for strike 1. Well, Brad, your thoughts on the game so far as we head to the 3rd? It's just kind of been an ebb and flow right now. Anything you can do, I can do better. And the Indians have got to find a way to answer here, trailing by 3.
Yeah, they do. They're in a tough position here too. 1 out. Obviously want runners on if we can. Obviously, you're not going to score runs if you're not unless you hit the long ball. So we just need to find a way to get runners on base right now and keep this inning going.
Already behind in the count here, 0-2 is Carter, and that pitch, tough one to take there for Carter, but goes for a ball. 1-2 now is the count.
That was a tough pitch to take, but it did, and again, it went in our favor.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. This one popped up straight back and out of play over the top of us here. We're going to call it the Itawamba or the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth, although we're kind of out and open in the elements right now.
Yeah, we are.
So 1-2 stays the count. There is 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Ooh.
Swung on and missed for strike 3.
They took something off that, and out there, really, we couldn't reach it. Really, the only thing he could have done with that one had he caught up with it was take it to right field out there and drove it out there, but wasn't able to get it. So basically out on his front foot. So again, strike 3, 2 outs now, and we need to get something stirring.
So the Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally here. This one coming right at us. Didn't take the hop. I was going to grab it that time, but stayed in front of it. Murphy would get it instead. That first pitch.
Nope.
Missing for a ball. That one missed for a strike. And 1-1 now is the count with 2 outs here. Indians trying to avoid a very quick inning here. This is a fly ball center field, and it's going to be back and caught. Warning track power that time, and the Indians go quickly and quietly in the bottom of the 3rd. 7-4 Tigers with the lead. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay.
Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fourth inning. Indians trailing this one 7-4 after a 5-run third inning. ICC went quietly in the bottom half of the third, and now the Tigers, with all the momentum, trying to build on this lead here. So Davis is on the heel here for the Indians. He's working in relief of Will Armistead, who is on the hook right now for the losses. All 7 runs belong to Armistead. That pitch just a little low and outside. Well, not a bad time to miss one of those pitches, Brad. Nobody.
No, that's going to be a good time. If you're going to miss it, it's then, especially no runners on.
And nice job coming back that time to find the strike zone. 1-1 now is the count. This is Dyer, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. He's been retired after being thrown out by the catcher. Is that pitch outside corner, but no.
That was a good breaking pitch there, and he was able to lay off.
So 2-1 now goes the count. And that pitch missing low and outside. 3-1 now goes the count.
Got to battle back here. This 3-1 count. Obviously, again, we don't want them to have runners on. It's us that needs the runners on. So need to do something big here.
That pitch finds the outside corner for a strike. Now the count goes full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. And that one misses the outside corner, so that'll be a leadoff walk. Not what you needed there, Brad, as the Indians. They went quickly and quietly in the bottom of the third, trying to return serve here, but a leadoff walk puts Dyer on for the first time today.
No, you're exactly right. That's not what we needed at that point. Of course, what we can do here now is kind of dial up the double play, get that double play ball. We need a little spark at them is what we need. You can tell the differences in the dugouts right now, and so we need a little spark.
And they're going to snap throw over to first. No tag, easy step back on the bag. And, yeah, you're right. There's just really no life in that Indians ball club right now. And, you know, you think back a couple of years ago on those championship teams we had, you know, there's all even in this situation here when we're down 3, they're still fired up, they're still in the game, and well, you just don't have that same moxie over there in the dugout this season for the Indians.
No, really don't. And again, of course, right now our pitchers are kind of struggling a little bit on the mound. Got to find it, and of course that's early in the season, and we know that. But these situations like this is when you got to dig deep, you got to find it, you got to throw strikes. And again, as I've been saying all day, you got to let your defense take care of you.
So 1-0 is the count right now after a couple of throws over to first. Making sure Dyer stays honest over there. No outs, top of the 4th inning, 7-4, Tigers with the lead. Got him. And picked him off that time. Almost Roadrunner effect as he tried to dive back to first. And
Coach Harrelson's going to talk about it a little bit, and or I guess he's going over to talk to him. He's going to talk to the home plate umpire about it. Yeah, home plate's sending him by.
And That's kind of weird that they're not letting him go talk to the infield umpire in that situation.
He's the one who made the call.
So he's the one that made the call there. And he looked to be clearly picked off that time.
And he never, Coach Harrelson never made it over there, so whatever he said turned him back.
Turned him back. And
that may have been the spark we needed right there, Adam. Maybe that's going to help us out. Now, again, we're one out now. No runners on. Here we go. Well, you know, let's start working it, and let's get the pitches in the strike zone, and let's play ball.
So 1-0 pitch coming, and that one hangs up high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Apparently I'm not calling balls and strikes today. I would have had that one.
I'm right there with you. That one in there for a strike. Yes, it is. 2-1 now is the count. Well, he don't like the pitches up, the home plate umpire.
No, he's not calling anything up really today. Sure isn't.
This pitch popped up. This one's going to get out of play and drift over to the side and be caught by, it's like Sebring Gray over there.
That may be.
Sebring, big fan of ICC baseball. He and his wife run a nice little maple syrup shop up there in Rhineswell. So you want to be sure and check that out when you're in that part of the world. As that pitch fouled back, 2-2 now.
He chased after that one a little something off of that, a little change-up type scenario, and chased after that one a little high. Wasn't able to get a bat on it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is going to be a flare out to the right side. Murphy going to have to hurry. It's going to hang up. Yes, he's able to get to it in time for out number 2. Well, that one luckily kind of just floated up a little bit more that time. If it had been hit on a little bit more of a road, Murphy would have had to hustle to get after that one, but a good job out there by Murphy to squeeze that one for out number 2.
Yeah, and, you know, left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, you know, obviously you should look for more things. Obviously they're going to try to drive things to the right, and you may have drive things right field area or the right side of the infield.
That pitch inside for a strike. Tailed back in towards the batter that time and was able to get enough of the zone to warrant the strike call there from Davis. And this one shot in trouble to center field, and it's going to drop. One of those that Domino just didn't get a good enough jump on that time, as that one falls in for the base hit. First hit of the day for Weatherby, and now this is going to bring up Barry to the plate for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, that was just hit right back up the middle, and again, that would have been hard to make a play on that one, and Domino just wasn't able to get the quick jump on it, which understandably, because again, it was a good little line shot.
Well, his dad, Coach Domino, has the most unique seat in the house.
Always.
Here at the ball field. If you're ever at Crescent Field for a game and you see somebody just somehow levitating, he pulls his truck up behind the fence out there in right field just beyond the foul pole, and it's got a couple of what do you call those, skids, pallets he puts in the back of the truck and puts his chair up there and enjoys the day.
Don't try it again.
Pickoff move not in time.
Davis got a pretty good little move over the first.
So 1-0 is the count. There is 2 outs, and that pitch across for a strike. Well, the Indians trying to keep the Tigers scoreless in the inning for the first time this afternoon. 2 outs so far here. Runner at first. 1-1 is the count. That pitch just missing low for a ball.
Good pitch right there, but it was just a little low, but still good pitch. Could have gone either way. Hitter could have gone after it.
So 2-1 is the count here. Davis getting set to deliver. Now snap throw to first, and
I couldn't come up.
Say if he held on to it, I think he's out, but bang play there. So a tough break there, as he said. Another good pickoff move by Davis. Of course, being a lefty, you do have that advantage. Just couldn't quite throw that one quick enough, as it was a little bit in the dirt and got away from the first baseman. This pitch popped up, and it's going to get out of play, or is it?
Yes.
Yes, it's going to land on top of the Tigers dugout.
So 2-2, if I'm reading that right. 2-2 count here. So obviously we still got a pitch to work with here. So I don't want anything too pretty in there.
Wind is blowing still out of the ballpark. Trees are calm in the upper part of the atmosphere where the top of the pine trees are. The flag blowing out to dead center, though. Runner goes and fouled it off, so we'll do it all over again here, trying to get a little hit and run action going there with 2 outs. It's a foul ball, and we'll stay at 2-2.
And with the pickoff moves that he has had over that way, it's pretty, to do a hit and run right there, you're stepping out. But, hey, they may have him picked up.
There's a ground ball right side. Second baseman has it. Should be routine over, and it is. And the Indians finally have an inning where the Tigers don't put a run on the board. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and one left on. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the 4th inning and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tide!
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Tyler Murphy.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tyler Murphy is going to lead things off here for the Indians. He's playing in right field. And you got Connor Gardner and Eli Hancock scheduled up here for ICC. The Indians, they trail this one 7-4. As this first pitch popped up a mile high. Center fielder's going to go back and will squeeze that one for the out. Or excuse me, left fielder will squeeze that one for the out.
Yeah, swinging first pitch there. Again, he's hit the inside, basically the inside part of the plate on that. Wasn't able to get enough bat on that to get it out there out of play. So I don't know, Indians going to have to be a little more patient and find that pitch that we can get runners on. We don't want another quick inning like we had last one.
Connor Gardner at the plate here takes that first pitch for a strike. He was hit by a pitch, scored a run. That was back in the 2nd inning. Finds himself with an 0-1 count now here in his 2nd appearance.
Here we go.
Puts a shot on that one. Right fielder's going to come up. And does he make the diving catch? Yes, he does.
Yeah. Umpire out the field wasn't even looking at it.
Say the home plate umpire called him out, and so that's the 2nd out of the inning.
First base umpire, he was running to second. He already thought it was a hit. He was running to second, looking at second.
So great play out there in right field by Sean Dalton Weatherby, as that pitch missing for a ball. And Brad, every time the Indians have a chance to get some momentum shifted their way, the Tigers doing a great job today keeping that door closed on ICC.
Oh, yeah, it was a great defensive play by the Tigers right there in right field. An excellent play because I thought it was a hit.
Yep.
I mean, I had it down.
So 2-0 quickly is the count now to Eli Hancock, the 2nd baseman for ICC. Hancock going to dig in here, looks at that pitch, and he's going to be hit by it. 3rd hit batter, 2nd time today that Eli Hancock has been hit. So now Drew Capobianco will come up. Apologize when that music plays if it sounds like I'm yelling. That is painfully loud behind us.
I was going to say the same thing a minute ago because
Yeah.
I felt like I really started yelling at one point.
So Capo Bianco is going to step in, take that first pitch outside corner for a strike. John Wayne might be getting a work order from Gore to move those speakers here pretty soon.
Yeah, this hit has gotten louder.
Capo Bianco pops this one up. Center fielder's going to drift over and make the play for the out. So the Indians go quietly once again here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They trail it 7-4. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the fifth inning.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Do a little dancing in the moonlight. As softball, they'll be doing a little dancing, at least right now in the pre-evening, as we determined to call it yesterday, as they pick up the 4-1 win in the first game of the day against Snead, and they improved to 2-1 on the year. As we head now to the top of the fifth, and the Tigers still in control of this one, 7-4. And they're going to be in the top of the lineup. As it's going to be Stanton, Davis, and Compton. C.J. Adams checking in back in the office. Somebody that doesn't do a whole lot of work around here. He's just laying around or kicked back in his office watching baseball.
I'm surprised he even woke up to text us or anything.
That's true, too. So this is going to be Stanton. Looking at first pitch outside, low for a ball. Him and Tyler Kemp, two of the laziest people on campus.
Yeah, I don't you know, it's hard to even talk about Tyler.
Every once in a while, you got to call him out on a broadcast.
Yeah, need to. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, what kind of work do you do?
That's true. Man, Tatchy for you. 2-0 is the count. That pitch in there for a strike to Stanton. CJ replying with a thumbs up. Agreeing with us there. 2-1 is the count. Went to the Super Bowl, or Super Bowl weekend, went over to CJ's house and hung out with him and his family. Tried to help his third grader with some of her math homework and found out quickly, you know the game show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah.
Well, you put me on if you're smarter than a third grader, I still wouldn't win the money. Has struggled.
So I don't think anybody would be calling me over to help anybody with math homework.
Well, the thing about it is they didn't ask me to help. I kind of volunteered, and Emmy quickly told me to go away. That pitch missing outside for a ball. And again, those walks haunting the Indians as they've put the leadoff batter on numerous times this afternoon, and that's going to be another situation now where they get the leadoff guy with a walk, and Davis is going to come up here for the Tigers and a chance to build on this 3-run lead here in the top of the fifth. So runner over at first. Indians trail this one 7-4. Davis is pitching now for ICC as that pitch missing low and inside for a ball. Well, the Indians have struggled to find the strike zone today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because nobody in the bullpen right now warming up or anything. But, you know, I mean, you got to throw the strikes. Again, I go back to the defense. That's the reason why you got the defense behind you and let them play.
So Davis is going to check the runner, now delivers, and that one's going to be inside, get away, and allow the runner to easily advance over to second with the pass ball.
Yeah, I almost thought it was a dead ball right there. I thought it grazed him, but it didn't.
Lee Adams out taking photos today. You can see those on ICCimages.com. Order those photos dirt cheap. Matter of fact, if you want a digital download, those are available for $1. And if you're a former Indian or know a former Indian, we have the photos from the past on there as well. So we do encourage you to visit ICCimages.com. Turned on that one a little quick, foul ball, and it's going to go for a strike.
Those images for $1?
Just a digital download.
I think you got a special going 2 for $2, don't you?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heck.
If not, we'll punch that in. Use the code Dr. Brad Boggs.
2 for 2. You can't beat it.
The same thing. It's a 4 for 4 at a restaurant that's not a sponsor. Folks, when you get me and Brad on the microphone, Dr. Allen is somewhere sweating right now. So 2-1 is the count. Davis checking the runner now at second. And this is going to be a fly ball, center field. Going to be trouble here, and it's going to land. Going to go for extra bases. Had to check the runner at second, or he had to check up, so he was unable to score that time, but that's going to go for a double off the bat of Connor Davis. He's having a heck of a day, his third hit of the afternoon.
Well, and that was a great pickup by Lane, too. Even though it was a gap shot right there, Lane was able to get to it quick enough and get the ball back in to where the runner didn't score either. Even though he had to check up due to Davis there on the mound, Lane still did an excellent job getting that ball in and keeping the runner at third.
So now the Tigers, again, with another opportunity here to build on this lead. They lead at 7-4. So that pitch in there for a strike, but runners now on second and third here in the top of the fifth.
And that's no outs, correct?
That is correct, sir. No outs. Fly ball. This is going to be to the left side. Trouble, and it's going to hit.
Go down.
And then it gets away from the left fielder who overran it.
And they got the runners at second, third again.
Basically just replace them that time. And
now batting for the Tigers, number 32.
Another hit there, third hit of the day for Jacob Compton. And it's going to go for an RBI as Stanton comes around to score.
Tough play right there for Harris. You know, I mean, to make that play, it was just kind of like you said, a little flare out there, and the ball was actually moving away from him.
Swing and a miss there. Healthy swing that time by Basil. He is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He does have an RBI single to his credit. Pops this one up, and this one's going to be trouble.
Yeah, it is.
And that one's going to drop. Another run will score. Put them where they ain't right now is a game for the Tigers, and it's working.
They're finding the holes. Got another runner at third now, but now we'll go back to the first and third situation that we were in that same inning, which kept repeating itself back, I think, the third inning when we scored 5 runs.
So now the score 9-4 in favor of the Tigers.
They scored 5 runs, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, that's the great thing about baseball. If you're a Tiger fan now, especially when you can put those crooked letters on the board, but no time limit, so runs can come in a hurry. Is that pitch in there for a strike? And the Indians, you got to hold on to that as well. Say, hey, they put 7 on the board over 2 innings. We can do the same.
Yeah, we still don't have anybody, not that we need, in the bullpen, so we're going with Davis right now. And there's a little line shot. That's going to get down, too. Going to be down the line.
Yeah, that's going to go for extra bases as well. So now they'll have runners on second and third again.
Yeah, back to where we were, second and third. And 10 now, so that scored 1.
So back-to-back hits for the Tigers. And now they lead at 10-4 here in the top of the fifth.
So getting a little movement now. I think he's going to get a little bullpen action going down there.
Yeah, it looks like they're sending number 10 Roe Ketchum
Correct.
to the bullpen.
That is correct.
It's a big swing and a miss there. As I believe this is Dyer at the plate. (10-4) Tigers in control, and the hits just keep coming.
You're going to send this one, too. You're going to have a play at the plate right here, Adam.
Got him. Well, they got one of them out. The runner advanced to second on the throw, and
got him on the arm.
I'm going to say he kind of lowered his head, never really slid, and caught that helmet across his forearm. So
now batting for the
I think he's all right. Going to shake it off, but that was another good throw by Domino there. Obviously getting the runner out and kept it at a 7-run lead instead of 8. And that is math that I can do, Gore.
Nice.
And if it gets too high,
yeah,
you're going to have to do it.
No, we're in trouble. I'll call Emmy to come help us do the math.
May have to.
As it is 11-4 right now with one out in the inning. And we got a new batter here, number 24. That is, no, Hayden Scarborough. I guess he's checking back in. Maybe they sent a runner in for, no. I'm not certain why they checked him in. As the Jets fly by, they kind of miss the national anthem. A little mistiming. Big healthy swing there.
Down the middle. Still one out.
Still one out, and
runner in scoring position at second. Need a big play here. Strikeout would be huge, obviously.
So Davis getting set to deliver the pitch. This one popped up, and
runner's not looking to tag right now, so
nope. This will be a fly ball out to left field, and out number 2.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 22, Weatherby.
So now this will be Weatherby coming to the plate. And so Weatherby, who singled his last time up, has walked twice, scored a couple of runs as well. He'll try to spark a 2-out rally here for the Tigers with a runner at second. The Indians trying to get out of this inning and stop the bleeding.
If anybody drives by, too, they'll see a lot of folks at the football field. I think they're holding tryouts today, aren't they?
They are, and I actually had forgotten about that as that pitch is in there for a strike. The baseball parents have a Facebook page, a private Facebook page, where they send messages back and forth, and I reminded them about the high school tournament going on today and let them know there's going to be an influx of traffic on this side of campus, and saw Coach Cannon, and he asked if I was trying out today, and told him I had baseball.
Yeah. You know, it's we got a lot of action going around down the baseball area here. We got the high school tournament in the Davis Event Center, the football tryouts on the field, soccer practicing, and now we got a baseball game too.
Yeah,
so. And softball just not down the road. Yeah. So got a lot in athletics going on today.
So the count 1-1 here to Weatherby, 2 outs. Yeah. Davis put so much on that one, it slung his hat off, is fouled off for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
That's where he put a little pepper on that one, didn't he?
I like it.
Yeah.
If he knew that he did that every time and it called a strike, he would probably do it every time if he could.
Absolutely.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Davis. There is 2 outs. Runner on second. This pitch popped up. Center fielder is going to go over. Domino drifts and squeezes it for the out. Well, the damage done. 4 more runs on the board for the Tigers. They lead at 11-4. We'll take a break. Hear from Davis Ford and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan Asiago. I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
He's got some umph, and I got some umph. I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lane Domino is going to start us off here. Last time he was at the plate, well, he sent a no-doubter over the fence out and left with a 3-run home run. So he's 1 for 1 this afternoon with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a walk. Takes that first pitch on the corner for a strike.
Yeah, wait for his pitch like he did last time here and sit on it, and let's drive another one out of the park, and let's get another run on the board.
Indians trailed 11-4, 5 runs in the 3rd, 4 in the 5th. For the Tigers has made the difference in this one, and that pitch across for a strike as well.
He called that one a strike, a little low. I don't know if Lane went around or not, or he said he went around, but low, but anyway, got a strike. 0-2.
Brian Seaman still on the hill here for the Tigers. And fouls that one off, hangs on to it for strike 3.
Pitch came kind of back in. The catcher set up outside. The pitch kind of came back over the plate. Lane just wasn't able to catch up with it and tipped it back into the mitt.
That's the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Brian Seaman. You know, we've been talking about all the bats and everything, but Seaman's pitched extremely well today, has filled up that strike zone, and has kept the Indians batters on their toes.
Well, I was going to say that a while ago myself, but you're exactly right. He has pitched a good game.
That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Even when he's missing the zone a little bit, you know, it's still pitches that you're tempted to swing at. So he's doing a good job of just peppering that strike zone. There's a shot out to the right side. It's going to drop for a base hit.
And that's what we needed right there. You got a little spark here because you got your number 3 batter coming to the plate here. So only 1 out. Good little hit right there. Line drive to the right field. Let's see if we can get a spark going.
So the Indians need to find that spark you keep talking about, Brad, but they just haven't got anything going consistently yet. They trail at 11-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Now, as far as we know, this game is scheduled to be a 7-7 inning contest for both of these, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will be. Is that pitch high for a ball?
He's not calling those today.
He has been consistent. That's really all you ask for out of your home plate umpire is just consistency. So that first pitch goes high for a ball. Grounder, right side, second baseman. Oh, couldn't get to it. Just hopped over his glove. And the Indians now are going to have runners on second and third. Gambled at that time.
I think they had the second baseman was on the move because Lane was on the move, and that helped. And he wasn't able to make a play on the ball. And now that got us in great position here with 1 out, runners at second and third, and for us to put one of those big innings on the board.
So now the Indians going to try to cash in here. Just a great opportunity. Good job also being aggressive, knowing that the throw was going to go to third, so they went ahead and head over to second base. So now with 1 out in the inning, ball in the dirt.
Seeming that little hitch in his giddy up right there or something on throwing that one. Something was off right there. I don't know.
Well, he struggled with that earlier on. We're lucky he was trying to stretch that front foot here, did Seaman, but that time just put that one in the dirt a little too soon. So now the Indians trying to cash in with runners at second and third with 1 out. And this is Kylan Carter at the plate. Carter swings on this one, pops it up, out of play, and heading towards the parking lot. Didn't hear any oohs and ahs over there.
Didn't hear anything that time. It's amazing over there, some of the vehicles that will get away with no damage throughout the year.
Yeah, I said I was going to mention this earlier, why I don't park near the ballpark. So back in my TV7 days before coming to ICC, did a lot of baseball games and did a few out at Pontotoc as that pitch misses low and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Carter. Well, they were playing Oxford, and this was back when Kreger played out at Oxford and went on to play at Western Kentucky as his pitch is fouled back off the netting, evens the count now at 2-2. Well, he fouled the first pitch off, and when I saw it pop up, I was like, oh, man, that's going towards my vehicle. And it did, and I parked, probably just I had some equipment to carry in, so I parked, close to the field. Went through my front windshield. That was in, like, the second inning. Well, about the sixth inning, he comes up again as this ball is heading towards the parking lot. We'll stay at 2-2. Again, in the sixth inning, he comes up to bat again. Of course, his dad, great guy, knew him ahead of time. So his dad comes over. He's like, man, I'm so sorry. And he put it through the front. I was like, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's baseball. Well, in the sixth inning, he comes up to bat again, pops it up, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Not once but twice, he put a baseball through my front windshield.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. There's a ground ball. Up the middle, that's going to score 2. Big time clutch hit there for the Indians.
Yes. Cuts it down to a 5-run lead now. And, the Indians got something going. Got a little spark here. So we need to throw a little lighter fluid on the spark and see if we can get a flame going.
Absolutely. That's the third RBI of the day for Carter on 2 hits. And a timely hit there up the middle. Really couldn't do anything about it, and the Indians cash in. Great base running on the previous hit by Hayden Harris to be able to get in scoring position, and he hustles home. And now the Indians, as you said, trying to throw a little gasoline on that spark here in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch goes high for a ball, as this is Bailey Albritton at the plate. So Albritton takes that first pitch for a ball. Swings on that one. Does it stay fair? No, it's foul.
Did a great job. That ball was on the inside again, inside part of the plate, and he turned on it real good. Just a little early on that, but again, great job turning on that inside pitch.
So that evens up the count now at 1-1 here to Albritton. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, and his first at bat struck out looking to end the first, and then in the third he flew out to center to end that inning. That pitch hangs up high for a ball.
Yeah, took something off of that. You don't want that joker floating over the plate like that if you're going to take it off like that. But it went out of the strike zone, took it, so got ball 2.
So 2-1 now is the count. That pitch in the dirt. 3-1 is the count.
Good job by the catcher there, because you sure didn't want, in Northeast case, our runner to move up from scoring position. They kept him at first.
Northeast does have somebody warming up in the bullpen here as Siemens going deep into the game, has thrown a lot of pitches but has been effective. But ICC now able to kind of get a few of those runs back here, trying to chip into this 5-run lead as time is taken by Albritton.
Well, and it is early in the year, so, obviously your pitchers, how many innings you work them and how many pitches they throw and all that, obviously it's limited probably more than it would be playing here in April or May.
And that pitch misses low, and that's going to be a walk.
And they're looking at the bullpen down there. He must not quite be ready, but they were looking down there. Northeast was.
So the Indians have runners on first and second now.
I called time. That's what they're doing. He keeps looking at the bullpen. They're trying to waste a little time, get him warmed up. I think they're really wanting to bring somebody else in.
So we're going to have a little quick meeting at the mound here between the catcher and the pitcher, and I imagine the coach will probably follow shortly thereafter in this situation as they're rushing the pitcher now to get loose. Home plate umpire going to come out.
Yeah, they broke free for them. He got out there. I'm surprised. This was that 2, his second visit. I saw the assistant coach make a signal out there for him the catcher to go to the mound. So I'm surprised, like you said a minute ago. I figured the
so he'd
coach
come out shortly thereafter.
I really did, because they had been looking down there at the bullpen.
So Tyler Murphy's going to dig in here for the Indians. 1 out, runners on first and second. Murphy 0 for 2 on the day. Swings on this first pitch, fouls it back for strike 1. Well, Murphy can hit for power when he can square up for one. And right now the Indians would love to see that out of Tyler Murphy. Seaman trying to find that second out. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball.
Coach Harrelson came from the bullpen, so I guess they know he's not fully ready yet, so he just got back into the dugout.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third here for the Indians. They trail at 11-6 here in game 1 to Northeast.
Ooh, I don't know how he laid off that.
Wow, and it was called a ball as well.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah, we'll take that one. Looked like I thought that one should have been called a strike. You see the shadows starting to stretch across the field here a little bit more as the sun continues to set here in Itawamba County.
It's out.
And that pitch missing. And Seaman, who has been lights out up until this inning, is struggling now. He's given up 3 consecutive hits and walked 1 and trying to avoid to load the bases here, but now behind 3-1 in the count. You got to feel like after those 3 straight pitches, Murphy may be given the red light in this situation.
Yeah, and if you're Murphy, though, it's got to be that perfect pitch. You don't want to chase after a ball 4. And that was that perfect pitch.
He did. This pitch blistered deep, back. Tyler Murphy. Big 3-run home run there. Brad, you called it. Said he needed to wait for that perfect pitch. He did, and he left no doubt on that one. So Murphy blisters the second home run this afternoon for the Indians. ICC not going quietly into the evening here. It's now a 2-run contest after that 3-run blast, second 3-run home run of the day.
And, you know, the umpire is really doing a diligent job while the assistant coach goes to the mound and I've watched, you know, when we hit those home runs, you know, old days, you go out, celebrate, high five, and the umpire, due to COVID, understandably, you know, we've got to get the players back. And so, you know, baseball is baseball. We're glad that the kids are playing just like in our other sports, but there are changes. Things are different.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break as we got a pitching change here for the Tigers. 11-9 is the score. Don't go anywhere, folks. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from them, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize to my buddy Purnell for cutting that commercial short. As ICC has fought back in this one. New pitcher in the game for the Tigers is Cole Phillips. And Connor Gardner at the plate. Couldn't quite hold off on that one. 1-1 now is the count. Brad Boggs joining me in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Appreciate Dr. Boggs stepping in and helping out.
Glad to. I enjoy it. I'm glad to be out here.
That pitch drifts inside for a ball. Found out Brad had great vocal stylings for play-by-play during the national tournament down at softball. And after I found that out, he's pretty much on the hook from here on out.
Well, I've enjoyed it. It gives me something different to do. Plus, I enjoy being out here, so it's great.
3-1 pitch coming, and it's going to hang up and go high and start standing off with the walk. Good job by Connor Gardner.
Well, that's what they didn't want to do is put the tying run on. Obviously, you get the tying run coming up the bat, excuse me, but you didn't want to put that runner on, and now you got the tying run up the bat. So, but it's a lefty-lefty situation. We'll just kind of see how this plays out.
Well, apparently Northeast may not have a whole lot of faith in their pitchers right now, as they're already sending someone down to get loose. So that pitch in the dirt and doesn't get it away.
Yeah, he hasn't been close yet. He's close, but it really hadn't, as far as someone coming from the bullpen, hasn't been, I'm sure, what Northeast has desired out of this.
Yeah, good job by Hayden Scarborough that time to block that one up and keep it close enough to keep the runner over at first base. It is Connor Gardner at first, and there's a ground ball, and it's going to find its way through. Well, we saw some of those type hits for the Tigers earlier in the contest, and this time the Indians finding them on their own is now the tying run over at first base with Drew Capobianco coming to the plate. All right, so we're going to have a change in this situation.
Looks like it.
Looks like it's going to be Mac Scruggs coming to the plate. So Scruggs will come in here.
Now hitting for the Indians, number 34, Max Scruggs.
Only give the right. Max right-handed, obviously, and Drew was left. So trying to set it up, obviously, especially now that you got two on, to give it that better positioning here for the Indians to at least get the runner at second in and make it a one-run game.
So the Indians trying to rally. But just now joining us, the softball team picked up a 4-1 win over Snead in the first game of the day. Is that pitch missing low for a ball?
Good opportunity for the Indians here.
So the Indians trying to get something going. Scruggs going to dig in here. As my buddy Matt Collin would say, he's a niner.
Ooh, went after a high one there. Well, the way the ump's been calling those today, that would have been ball 2. Goal.
Yeah. Scruggs was looking to park that one over at softball that time, the way he took a cut at that one. There's one out. Indians trail this one by 2.
Yeah, that one he's going to call, though.
Yep, that pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Tying run is at first base. That is Eli Hancock, who singled past the second baseman. Scruggs in batting in place of Drew Capobianco, getting his first at-bat of the day. One out, runners on first and second here for the Indians. And hanging curveball, hit deep. Will it get out of here? No, but it will one hop the wall, and we've got a one-run contest. Scruggs with a double in ICC.
Runners at second and third, 2 on that with only 1 out. So now we have 2 runners in. We got a chance to take the lead on this goal.
Big time clutch pinch hit there for the Indians out of Scruggs. One of those you kind of heard it in the ballpark. Everybody got quiet, didn't know if it was going to be able to stay in the ballpark. It did, but now we've got a one-run contest.
And you got to see if they're going to throw the domino here. We got a base open. I would assume that they would, but we got a base open here. And if you'll notice now the difference in the dugouts, their dugout is like ours was when I was telling you a minute ago, and ours has the life.
So you got a little bit of life about them now, and you're right. Do you pitch to Lane Domino, who already does have a 3-run home run in the contest?
They did.
Swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls it back and out of play. Dr. Allen checking in, Jordan Smith checking in as well, trying to pull the Indians to victory. Speaking of Jordan,
are they still working?
Yeah. It's a little late for them.
Yeah, it's late.
After 3.
Dang.
But, schedule your tours by visiting iccms.edu. Pop up, foul territory, first baseman tracking after it, can't find it. That, you know what? If they would have caught that, we probably would have had a tie ball game with the runner tagging up.
That's right.
As that would have carried them away from the situation there. So if you're a Tiger fan, do you want the out? Yes. Are you happy it hit the ground? Yes, because if not, it's a tie contest. So Domino going to come back now. We'll have to guard the dish here with the 0-2 count. 1 out. Runners on second and third. Tying run. Just a base hit away here for the Indians to rally and tie this thing at 11. JUCO baseball, one of those JUCO wars that Coach Collier always talks about when he talks about MACCCC baseball. And a nice off-speed pitch, and Domino way ahead of that one for strike 3.
Great pitch right there. Best pitch I think that we've seen from him since he's come in. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but
Cole Phillips.
Since he's come in, that was probably the best breaking pitch that we've seen him throw.
So now with 2 outs here, Indians need to find a 2-out base hit here. Tying run is at third. Breaking pitch, beauty.
Throwing again. He's going back to what's working for him right now.
Yeah, that one clips the outside corner of the plate as this is Riley Davis. Davis is 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles. He was caught stealing, has scored a run. He's also flown out to right field to end the second. Can the Indians complete the rally here? Already 6 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking pitch hangs up outside. 1-1 is the count. Not a bad pitch that time. See if you couldn't get him to chase one after getting that outside corner called earlier.
Yeah, that's not a bad pitch at all, and a good patience that he laid off.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tying runs at third. There's a go-ahead run at second here for the Indians. Time is called. Davis, the DH. Trying to come in a clutch situation here with a base hit for the Indians.
Base hit would definitely take the lead.
Ground ball, will it get through?
Driving
tough. Stop is going to have to hurry, and it's not in time. Indians tie it at 11. How crazy is a game of baseball? Indians seem dead to rights just a few innings ago and now have put 7 on the board in the bottom of the 5th, and we're tied at 11.
Yeah, we're having that big inning, like I said, we needed, like they were having, that Northeast has had, and we've had that, and I got 7 on the board, as you said, Adam, in this inning, and Hayden Harris up here, we got situational here again, they got first and third, so still got a runner that can in scoring position. He can take the lead with a hit.
So the Indians trying to rally here, see if they can find a way to take that lead. An RBI single there by Davis. And the Indians have put 7 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. That pitch across for a strike. It's just funny. I mean, we were talking earlier in the contest how all the first games of the league have been like 10, 11 scores, and here we are. Just the same situation as a toss over the first, not in time.
Yeah, most definitely. Same situation, just like you had said from the beginning of this, and, you know, putting runs on the board, and that's where we're at right now. And, of course, makes it exciting baseball.
Absolutely. This is Harris at the plate for the Indians. Takes that pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, and good memory there, knowing that the umps aren't calling those up. So we've got an umpire who's stuck with it still and has not called that pitch anything high. He has not called it.
So 1-1 now is the count here to Hayden Harris, who singled and scored a run in his previous at-bat. Beautiful hook that time. Loops back in for a strike.
Yeah, he dropped that one in there perfect. That one tough to lay off of. He did, but it wouldn't have been much he could have done with it, I don't think, had he gone after it.
So 1-2 now is the count with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. 11-11 is your score. Pitch coming. Breaking pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Well, the Indians plate 7 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Sparked by a 3-run home run by Tyler Murphy. ICC and Northeast tied at 11. We'll head to the 6th after a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now as we head to the top of the 6th inning. 11-11 is your score. Indians were down, what was that, 11-4 at one point? Then they put 7 on the board in the bottom of the 5th.
Look at you using those math skills. No wonder they called you over to help with math.
I told you, I realized helping Emmy, I think she taught me more about math than I actually helped her with. It was 3rd grade math, and they started doing fractions. I was like, hold up, I don't even remember doing fractions until I was in junior high. So is this pitch inside for a ball, as it's going to be, I believe, Barry starting us off here. Yes, it is. Gray Barry going to start us off, as he is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He does have an RBI single, has struck out and grounded out to second. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Adam Gore, Brad Boggs, proud to bring you this baseball action, the home opener for the Indians. As that pitch missing low for a ball. This is the second of 3 times, or second time they've met this year. Of course, they'll meet again in the next game in the doubleheader, but and then they'll schedule to play again during the conference play. As that pitch in there for a strike. So a potential of seeing each other a minimum of 5 times in one season between ICC and Northeast. This pitch popped up, and it's going to fall back out of play. Actually, bounces off the light pole, nearly comes back in, and hits the Tiger in the batter's box. So the count will stay at 2-2. And now this is going to be a little flare. Trouble is just going to head towards the gap. Domino goes back, but no, there's Tyler Murphy making the catch over the shoulder. And if you're Gray Berry, all you got to do is look out there to Murphy and tip the cap and say, heck of a play defensively to make that happen.
Yeah, Domino had the call. I mean, the center field's got the call on that one. He can call him off. Apparently Lane felt more comfortable with Murphy taking that one, and Murphy made a great play.
A good play out there. Murphy, a lot better speed than people give him credit for defensively out there in right field. So now back to the top of the lineup here, as this is Stanton. That first pitch across for a strike.
Davis has kind of settled down now, you know, and he's throwing strikes, and that's what we need. Well, and I say that, and he throws ball 1, but still, settled down. He's throwing a lot better game right now.
Well, with the Indians tying it, that now officially takes Will Armistead off the hook for the decision. Davis moves in line for the decision this afternoon. Ground ball, first baseman blocks it up nicely with his chest after it takes a awkward hop on him, and now ICC has gotten 2 outs. And Brad, we talked about it earlier. It was all the momentum was wearing the black and gold, and there was just tons of life over there in the dugout on the first base side. Well, now momentum shifted to the red and blue here, and all the momentum and all the life has shifted to the other side of the field.
Oh, you can definitely see it, feel it. I mean, if you were here, just a totally different, gone from one to the next.
As this pitch sent to center field, Domino going back to the wall and off his glove. He tried to make the jumping catch, and this is going to turn into a third. He's going to end up at third base, and Domino, I don't think, realized just where he was on the field that time.
Yeah, and I think, Adam, that ball just carried more than they expected with the wind blowing like it was, you know, and again, there's a slight breeze still blowing up in there out at center. Lane was on it. I just think the ball carried just a little more than he expected due to some of that wind involvement out there.
And what a heads-up play by Stanton to not stop on that play. You know, you see a lot of guys second out, nothing going your way. Well, he just kept running and ended up at third base, and a good piece of hitting and base running that time on the part of Stanton. And so now the go-ahead run is in scoring position here for the Tigers with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, and this is Connor Davis, who has been a tough out for the Indians. He doubles, got a pair of singles on the day, and RBI, has scored a run and reached on a fielder's choice that we thought and everybody else in the ballpark thought was a double play, but was not called. So he's been on base each time.
Ooh.
That pitch hangs up high for a ball.
Well, this is what you want, lefty versus lefty matchup that we've got right here. So, you know, hopefully Brady's going to settle it down and win the battle.
That pitch,
good block,
blocked up nicely. Count now goes 3-1. Well, the Indians need to find a way out of this inning with no damage done here. Again, a good crowd out. People still making their way out to the ballpark. If you're in the area, we invite you to come out. That's going to be a walk.
And another good block.
Yep.
Now batting for the Tigers,
so Connor Davis has
32,
reached base each time that he's been on today. And so has...
Get a mound visit from Coach Collier.
Yeah, and I think I'm off somewhere on my numbers because this is actually Basil. That was Jacob Compton. That was up. And so Coach Collier is going to come out and talk in this situation.
There's a little action in the bullpen. Can't tell the number on it down there on who it is, but Coach Collier is going to stick with Brady, it looks like, on this. And
just a quick trip out there to calm him down a little bit. Say, hey, look, we just get this out. Don't worry about this guy over here at third. Your defense has got your back.
Yeah, I mean, all we need is one more out, and let's get out of this and go back in, bottom of the 6th, get that extra run, and go ahead.
So now there is 2 outs in the inning. Runners on the corners here, I should say, for the Tigers. I didn't mention there was one on third, but do have now one on the corner. This is Basil at the plate. Pops this one up. It's going to get out of play over towards the parking area. And that one's going to land safely without hitting a vehicle. So that goes for a strike. 0-1 is the count with 2, and now Basil will step out. So 0-1 is the count, 2 outs. Go ahead and run is at third. 11-11 is the score. Runner goes.
And hold it, eat it.
Good job blocking that one up that time as that ball bad in the dirt. So that's going to be a stolen base there for Compton. I gave credit to Stanton earlier for that triple. That should have actually been Connor Davis, who I mentioned being a tough out. He's just a home run away from hitting from the cycle, I believe. And so now here's a chance if the throw over is in time. Yes, it is, and the Indians get out of the inning with no damage done. We're going to take a break as we come back with the bottom of the 6th. 11-11 is your score. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a wild one going here in Fulton. Back with more right after this.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me. And the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance. And I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want. And I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the bottom of the 6th inning here. ICC plays 7 in the bottom of the 5th to tie us at 11. And this is going to be Kylan Carter coming to the plate. 2 for 3 on the afternoon with a pair of singles, 3 RBIs, and he does have a strikeout as well. That pitch inside for a ball, 2-0 now is the count.
Well, what the Indians want to do here, obviously get 1 run at least across the plate going to this top of the 7th. That way there's no bottom of the 7th.
That pitch, a beauty. Wow, caught a ball. Well, again, that one was up, and like we said, he's been consistently calling those pitches a ball in the upper part of the strike zone. And there's ball 4. So the Indians got some life about them, pumped up after that walk there. And
Now batting for the Indians, number 11, Bailey Albritton.
now Bailey Albritton will come to the plate with the go-ahead run at first. So Albritton, who walked in his previous at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day, has struck out to end the first, flew out to center to end the third, and walked.
Looking at bunt.
Tried to play a little small ball there.
Yeah, not a bad idea. You know, see if they can move him over and get the runner in scoring position. No outs right now. And again, all we need is that 1 run going into the bottom of the, or top of the 7th, excuse me.
That run right now is at first base. The Indians, the Tigers trying to see if the Indians are going to tip their cards, if they were going to try to attempt a bunt that time. Now he's going to step off the mound and get the signal sent in from the dugout for the Tigers, how they want to play this defensively. 1-0 is the account. 11-11 is the score. Shows bunt, and they are going to throw it over to first to see if he was still planning to bunt that time. So the count will stay 1-0 here. Top of the 6th. Again, we believe this game is scheduled for 7. Shows bunt. Pulls back and takes it for a ball.
It's good out there. Obviously not going after anything, not being too aggressive. I mean, you know, bunt's harder than we think. You know, I mean, you got to get that good ball there, and you got to get it down. I mean, obviously you don't want to pop something up. Fouling it back, obviously anything like that. And, of course, here comes Coach Harrelson, so he's going to make a trip to the mound and with a 2-0 count.
Yeah, he was asking the umpire if he had a trip or he was able to come out there. And so now he's going to come out and talk to his pitcher in this situation. 2-0 is the count right now. And as he said, we've shown bunt each time. He's been able to pull back on it in this situation. So the bazooka from Iuka.
Bazooka from Iuka.
Richie was known as back in his day. I tell you, man, everybody talks about the amount of talent in the conference and current baseball players. Well, take a look at Richie and Rick. Those 2 guys can still go.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
So he's going to come out, and the umpire's giving him a little bit more leeway than normal. Now he's going to start making his slow stroll to the mound, and usually once he gets about a few steps from the hill, that's when they break it up. And no, he's going to actually make the walk to about the side a little bit. And
it's giving Coach Collier time to talk things over with his over there too. So, you know, whatever, they're kind of lining up on this bunt scenario and kind of seeing what they want to do. So it was worked to our advantage too, I think.
Absolutely. So 2-0 is the count. Okay, so he's just letting them know, okay, good job by that home plate umpire. Even though the scorebook's in the dugout, he always motions up top to the press box like you're supposed to, that was an official visit. So 2-0 is the count. Here to Albritton, throw over. Yep, see if that bunt's still on there, maybe even trying to buy a little time for pitcher in the bullpen. So Albritton sitting on a 2-0 count now. See if they're going to stick with the bunt. You've got Carter, who walked over at first base. He represents the go-ahead run here for the Indians. And again, the snap throw over that time, Albritton didn't really show anything.
No, didn't have time. He just stepped off the back.
So 2-0, still the count. Albritton looking for his first hit of the day. Instead, they show bunt and they throw over to first again.
They are giving the guy at first a lot of attention, unless they're thinking we're going to do a bunt and run here. But do they have action in the dugout? I mean, in the bullpen?
I think they had somebody down there earlier. I don't see the ball being thrown around much anymore.
Still getting
and again, the throw over to first, not in time.
Oh, they call a ball?
They called a ball. Interesting. I didn't necessarily see anything that.
Yeah, Coach Harrelson's coming out too.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he's coming out on this because I didn't see anything that warranted a balk.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been something from behind that you and I aren't seeing from back there.
So we are kind of a little bit lower than the pitcher mound right now. And
he went out and got it. He turned around pretty quick. And he was throwing over there in different angles, as you knew. You know, he'd do a sidearm throw. Sometimes he'd step off the back. And you got to be careful on some of that. You know, any type of different movement there. But they were going over there a lot, though, is what I couldn't figure out. I don't know what the plan was.
They do. They are getting someone loose in the bullpen.
Now you're in a real good bunting opportunity here if you can lay one down and get the runner over to third.
Yeah, if you can get one to chase down that first baseline in this situation here for the Indians, this would be huge.
They got him in first, and he's not bunting. And
he's swinging away.
Swinging away, and they're going to tag.
And they're going to tag up the runner.
They're going
to run into each other, and that's going to make it an easy tag up.
Yeah.
From second to third.
And so same thing. You know, had we gotten the bunt down while the runner was at first, except we got a runner at third now, so we got one out and a runner at third instead of one out with a runner at second. Had the bunt been laid down, and there was no ball.
Yeah, that was big there. So runner advances on that fly ball, and now the go-ahead run sitting at third base, and Tyler Murphy, who had that 3-run home run in his previous at-bat, going to come to the plate here. A base hit would be huge here for the Indians with one out here.
That's it.
And there it is. No. A great stop there to keep the run, but heads-up play by the base runner.
But no out again. We still got runners at first and third with one out, so we didn't lose that out right there. So we're still in good position here to continue to tack on.
Yeah. Well, that was just a great play by the shortstop. But if he doesn't make the grab on the ball that time for the Tigers, ICC leads this one 12-11, but instead kept the runner at third, and a great job on the part of Carter not to run himself out of that situation as well. So with one out here in the inning, that play could loom a lot larger than it seems right now, but instead this is going to be Connor Gardner at the plate with runners on the corners here for the Indians with one out. That pitch across for a strike.
Yeah, because anything and of course, you know, I know what will happen right here, you know, when you say something like this, but the last thing you want is a double play ball right here.
Yeah.
And that's what they could get, and that's what the beauty of that is. Deep fly ball out in the outfield, perfect. I mean, at least we get your run in. So you want something in the air here, unless, again, it's that perfect pitch like we were talking about with Murphy that was sitting there that you know you can drive, you know, and you just go after it. But something in the air in the outfield is what's going to get us that run in.
Gardner looking for his first hit of the day and swings on that one, misses. He was trying to park that one a mile away as he took a healthy chop there. Now finds himself behind the count 0-2. One out, runners on the corners here for the Indians. Go ahead run. Sitting at third base. Can we get a wild pitch? The Indians would take that. That pitch missing low for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss because if you do make contact, that one's just going to be a little routine fly ball in that situation. So 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, that was not a bad pitch at all, especially a 0-2 count right there. Not a bad pitch at all.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Phillips. This one lifted left side. Is it? Could it be? No, it's off the wall. Off the top part of the wall. One run will score. They're going to ask the second to score, and he will, and the Indians come up with a big-time clutch hit there off the bat of Connor Gardner. A 2-run double, and ICC leads it 13-11. Big time hit there for the Indians.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pitch. He was able to turn on it and drive it down there, just down the line, basically. Of course, a little off the line, but was able to turn on it, and it hit the wall. You know, we had the fly ball, which is what we were asking for. We got more.
Yeah, big time hit there. And as we said, thought that one had a chance to get out of the ballpark. It hit just below the yellow mark on the wall out there at the 330. So it went every bit of 329 and a half. Ground ball, that's going to be a foul ball. The Indians can pick up an insurance run, as they did get one there. They would love to add another one on here, as this is Eli Hancock, who is 1 for 1 today with a single, been hit by a couple of pitches. Of course, when we talk about those insurance runs, we talk about your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Beautiful slider across for a strike.
Yeah, it's a good pitch right there. He had to lay off. Wasn't much he would have done with it again, so lay off that. Hope for a better one this time.
And good heads up there for Will Bunch checking in, as I accidentally, in my excitement, added the score to Northeast. And he was letting me know, so appreciate that, Will.
Will still at work, too?
He is.
Oh, okay.
He's a hard-working fella.
Dang. Almost 4 o'clock. I didn't know he'd still be at work.
1-2 is the count. Hancock at the plate. Pops this one. Center fielder jogging over. Now the right fielder calls him off and makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they tried to tag up, and now the ball's going to get away, but not far enough to let the runner advance.
I didn't anticipate that one being a tag, but they did run him back just in case.
All right, so another new batter into the contest here. This is going to be Jonathan Whittington. And so now the Indians lead this one 13-11. Dr. Allen saw the game was getting close, so he's made his way over here, so he might be that good luck charm.
Maybe.
And so now there is 2 outs here. And the runner at second here for the Indians, as this is Whittington at the plate. That pitch drifts high for a ball. Brad, you got any stats on Whittington this season?
I don't. That's what I was looking at. If I'm reading correctly, is this his first at bat? Unless I'm reading.
Might be his third. Of course, it's the only bad thing
about it. I don't see any ABs
yeah.
here. Uh-oh, somebody didn't like something. I was looking at the
that one
paper.
Across for a strike, as I was too. As the count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner at second. ICC gets a pair of runs to take a 13-11 lead. This pitch foul back off the netting for strike 2. 1-2 now is the count.
And as you said, it sure would be nice to get in that extra Joey Cox insurance run right there on second base right now before we go into the top of the 7th.
Big time for the Indians. So Whittington, J-Dub as he's being called by the dugout. Pops this one up and should be a little routine play here. Second baseman jogging in and, had to shift over to make the play, but does so. Well, the Indians get 2 off a double off the wall from Connor Gardner to take a 13-11 lead as we head to the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. ICC leads this one 13-11. This has just been one of those classic JUCO wars that you see in this league, just game in, game out. And these two high competitive baseball teams in Northeast and ICC, rivals getting after it. There's another chapter in that rivalry.
And Coach Collier still got Brady Davis, the freshman, in, still going the distance here on this one. You know, he's been the only reliever that's come in. And, you know, has settled down quite good since he came in and has thrown a good game. So, going to see if he can finish it out for us.
That pitch going to miss just outside for a ball. As I believe this is Ivy at the plate. Yes, Ramsey Ivy stands in, takes that pitch at the knees for a strike. 1-1 is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. As scheduled up is Ivy, Dyer, and Scarborough. And there's a shot, and this one's got a chance to get out of the ballpark. No, it's off the wall. Left fielder slips down, and this is going to be a leadoff double.
Yeah, he smoked that one.
Yeah, that was on a rope.
Yeah. Lucky it stayed in. He smoked it so hard again, it was just low. It had no height to it to get over. But leadoff double, again, you know, that is, you know, we're concerned, but that's not the run that's going to tie it up. So the tying run is at the plate. So can't be too concerned about that one sitting there. But, you know, obviously no outs. Got to focus on the guy at the plate here.
Yeah, third double of the day I've got for Ivy is that pitch missing the outside corner for a ball. Of course, my Sonic stats always unofficial.
And still got a little action in the bullpen down there, the Indians do, just in case.
Tying run at the plate here for the Tigers. Is that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. 2 balls, no strikes, and no outs. Runner at second after a double to start the inning by Ivy for the Tigers. Davis getting set to deliver and misses that one.
Yeah. You're going to get concerning here now if you put the go-ahead run coming to the plate here, you know, so don't want to put this guy on.
So waiting a 3-0 offering here. You imagine the red light is on. And that one right down Broadway for the strike. 3-1 now is the count. Well, Davis right now, you still do the same. Go after the batter here. Rely on the defense behind you. Waiting that 3-1 offering here for Davis. And that one's high. Yep. As you said, the umpire's been consistently with that today, not calling those up pitches. And that's going to be a walk. So now the tying run is on the base with no outs in the contest here. And Coach Collier's going to come out and make a trip to the mound. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a pitching change here. Kylan Carter will come in from first base to start pitching for the Indians. In to play first is Bryce Capobianco for the Indians. That is your update on the pitching changes there. Throw to second. Is it in time? No, just got underneath that tag. Dangerous situation there, but, man, if they could have got him out, that would have been huge.
Yeah, Northeast looking a little small ball here, too. Had a little showed bunt right there to move the runners up, and don't know if that's what they'll stick with, but that's what he showed.
He did attempt at that bunt, is what the home plate umpire said, so it would be strike one in that situation.
Showing again.
Pulls back and takes that one for a strike.
And if you're going to bunt it, you don't like that. That's not what you want to happen if you're actually going to, if that's the game plan is to bunt. And 0-2, obviously not going to do. You're not going to try to lay one down there.
So this is, I believe, Scarborough at the plate here for the Tigers. That pitch outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss with an 0-2 count. Well, there's no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Tying run is at first base for the Tigers. Scarborough, who does have a RBI single to his credit this afternoon, at the plate. That pitch in the dirt. Again, couldn't get him to chase one there that time.
Yeah, good block, too. Blocking it up, keeping the ball from getting by and coming back here to the backstop. So moving the runners up, so good blocking up.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here from Carter, who is in a save situation. And there's a shot. Center field is going to go out and make the play. Good job by Domino, showing off those jets. Able to adjust quickly on that line drive for out number 1. That was big there for the Indians.
Yeah, great play on the ball there. I mean, he really had a good bat on that ball and solid hit. But again, going at Domino, and he's made a lot of plays out there in center today.
Sean Dalton Weatherby now coming to the plate, 1 for 2 in the afternoon with a single. He's walked twice and has scored twice as well. So there's 1 out. Runners on first and second. Hard hit ground ball, left side foul.
Breaking ball had him a little off, way out in front. You know, he threw that breaking ball in there, so he must have been expecting the fastball right there because he was so far out in front.
So 0-1 is the count. Carter taking over in place of Davis, who replaced Armistead. So the third pitcher of the day here for the Indians. Breaking pitch. This one fouled off.
Came back with it again. That was a good one there, too. Obviously, one that he could barely even, by the time that thing broke off, it was out there on the outside part of the plate, and he barely get a piece of it. So that was about all he could do with it.
So 0-2 now is the count. Boy, it'd be a big time if we could find a Renaissance Bank strikeout here.
Huge.
Runners at first and second. Pitch coming. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big time there, Brad.
Yeah, three breaking pitches, and there must have been something on the pitching chart there that they saw, or obviously, or as it went forward, because he never saw a fastball.
Mm-hmm. Now there's 2 outs. Runners at first and second here for the Tigers. They trail by 2 here in the top of the 7th, and this is Barry at the plate. Breaking pitch, a beauty in there for a strike.
Sticking with it right now. It's working, and sticking with it. Got these guys off balance.
It kind of had a little wiggle before it broke that time and kind of jammed up Barry a little bit, thinking it was going to hang up a little high on him. 0-1 is the count. Carter checks the runner at second, now delivers. Fastball out to the right side. This is deep. Is it going to be out of here? No, it's going to be off the wall, and we're going to have a tie ball game.
Yeah.
Big time clutch hit there by the Tigers as he went with the pitch, put it out to the gap, and that's a 2-run double, and we're tied.
Yeah, that's went back with the fastball, which not saying that that's not what he should have done, but went back with the fastball, and they were on it, sitting there waiting on that. I guess they knew he was going to have to go back to it sooner or later, and he did, and he drove the pitch where it was and did a good job with that.
So now the go-ahead run for the Tigers is at second base as that pitch inside, and like it might have been fouled off the catcher that time, goes for strike 1.
All right, so now the big thing here now is, of course, you got a runner at second, and I know there's 2 outs, but we don't want that, obviously, that run to get in where we got the go-ahead run for them, and we still got a chance to win the game in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, that takes Davis off the hook for the decision in this situation. That ball in the dirt makes it a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Gardner's done a good job blocking up back there today.
Carter was in position for the save, but now is on the hook for the decision here with the runner at second base belonging to him. 1-1 is the count. There is 2 outs. 13-13 is the score. Breaking pitch popped up. This one's going to get back, and it is going to get out of play. And a fan makes the play on it.
Nice.
Good job there as came up and barehanded the catch, and fans give him a round of applause that time. So 1-2 now is the count. Can the Indians get out of this inning here with minimum damage done and head to the bottom of the 7th? Can the Tigers extend it here with a 2-out hit? Carter on the hill. This one hit but goes foul. Barely foul down the line that time.
Say barely.
A break for the Indians because the first baseman, Capobianco, was there, but he had to try to make a backhanded play, and it got away from him. But I won't say it got away from him because he knew it was a foul ball, so he didn't really go all out after that one. So the count will stay 1-2 here, as this is Stanton at the plate. Now time is called here, so apparently Colin Carter didn't like what he was seeing from his catcher there, so I want to make sure they're on the same page. 1-2, the count, 2 outs. Go-ahead run is at second base here for the Tigers after a big-time double off the wall by Barry, hopped up and hit the wall to the gap out there. Tied the contest with a 2-run double. So now Stanton will dig in. Bryce Stanton. 1 for 3 with a pair of walks. 2 runs scored in this contest so far. That pitch in the dirt. Ball's going to get away. Runner's going to try to go to throw. Third, and there's no throw. So now the count evens up at 2-2. And the runner wasn't going in that situation, but saw the ball got away and had enough speed to get over to third as it bounced away and up the first baseline that time. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Popped it up, and the right fielder came in. Now goes back and makes the play. Woo!
Yeah.
ICC fans holding their breath there but a good job to squeeze the out. We're tied at 13. Indians heading to the bottom of the 7th. Do they have some more magic left in the tank? We'll find out, but we'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and come back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Trying to figure out if we've confirmed that this is 7 or 9 innings. We don't know. So I'll tell you what, if the Indians walk it off, we'll celebrate. If we don't score, we're heading to the 8th either way. So bottom of the 7th, ICC is going to start it off with Lane Domino. Rips one and off the glove of the third baseman, and he's not going to be able to get there in time. What a heck of an effort by the third baseman to try to make that leaping catch, as that was a rip there off the bat of Lane Domino. It's going to be a single, so a big-time leadoff hit there for Domino.
Yeah, Domino smoked that one, like I said, down the third baseline. Third baseman made a heck of a play on it, did all he could with it, but it was just a little too much. And then on top of that, you got Domino's speed to deal with. So, you know, it was a double whammy scenario there.
Well, this is going to be Bryce Capobianco at the plate. And as you said, Indians do have a lot of speed on the bases in Domino right now. So Capobianco at the plate. They're going to throw over to first, and they're going to pay a lot of attention to Domino over there at first base, as he does represent what we think would be the winning run with this game scheduled for 7 innings.
Yeah, they're going to have to give a lot of attention. The one guy that they probably didn't want on base was, in their opinion, I think would be Lane, and Lane's got a lot of speed.
Lights are on here at the ballpark. And again, the throw over to first is not in time. Now, we did see a balk earlier by the Tigers that allowed the runner to advance and eventually come around to score.
But there's a lot of folks in the stadium yelling back.
Yes. Shows bunt, lays it down nicely, and their throw to second is in time. Almost turned 2 out of that, as the ball just popped off the bat a lot harder than they were anticipating, so that will turn into a fielder's choice. Heads up play there on the putout of Domino.
Well, you don't, obviously, of course, again, hindsight's always 20/20, but bunting it directly back to the pitcher that fast is not the type of bunt you want on that. You want the bunt to get down on the ground and stop, basically lay down there and force, you know, your third baseman at least come up third base line to make the play, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, but now there's one out in the inning. Runner is at first base after Domino was erased from the bases in that situation. I believe this is Hayden Harris at the plate. Breaking pitch, a beauty. Catches the corner of the plate for a strike. As we said, lights on here at the ballpark. First pitch of the day came at 1:31. It is now 4:19. That pitch outside for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out is the situation. Runner at first for the Indians. Harris looks at that pitch inside for a ball. 2-1 now goes the count. Harris is 1 for 4 on the day with a single, a run scored. He has struck out 3 times, 2 of those times looking. So you know he wants to step up and come in clutch here for his Indians. This pitch popped back out of play towards soccer and evens the count now at 2-2. Softball still going across the way, and see if I can find you a scoreboard update. Here in a moment. 2-2 count here with one out and a runner at first. This shot deep, left field. Is it out of the ballpark?
Yes.
Yes, it is! Harris drills it off the scoreboard, actually over the scoreboard, and the Indians return the favor of the walk-off in Bovill with a walk-off two-run home run here in Fulton.
We think it's a walk-off home run, don't we?
We think it is.
There it is, yeah. They're celebrating. It is.
And the Indians celebrate as they win with a two-run walk-off home run off the bat of Hayden Harris. Man, we talked about it. He has struck out 3 times today, wanted to step up big for his guys, and he stepped up huge with that two-run walk-off home run. That's going to do it here for Game 1. Thank you, ICC, and all the fans that tuned in for this marathon. We're going to take a break and come back in probably about 20 or 30 minutes with the Game 2. But as we do that, we're going to step away and catch an interview with Reggie Kelly that we had earlier on the ICC Hour, as the Indians win it 15-13 on a walk-off home run. Back in about 20 minutes here on the ICC Network.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, 101.9 FM. And folks, we got a special guest on today's show. I'm just going to go through his accolades, so hang tight with me here. First team, All-SEC. SEC made it to the SEC championship game. Drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in 1999. Also played with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2007 Ed Block Courage Award winner. He's an NFL veteran. He's an author. He's a CEO and founder of Kyvan Foods. And it all started in Aberdeen, Mississippi. And we've got Mr. Reggie Kelly joining us on the show today. Reggie, thanks for joining us.
Hey, my man. It's always a pleasure. It's been a long time since you and I have sat down and just rapped a little bit. It's always great to see you, and hope your 2021 year is starting off with a bang.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I think the last time we saw each other might have been Indianapolis a good many years ago. So,
yes.
Well, Reggie, let's catch up, man. How's life treating you and the family?
Well, life is going extremely well. I'm just so grateful to the good Lord for a great wife and 2 great kids. Got a 16-year-old daughter.
Wow.
Her name is Kyla. A 14-year-old son. His name is Kaven. You know, I don't think when you and I did that interview back in Indy, if my kids were even born.
I think the girl was just born.
I think my girl was, that's absolutely right. My daughter was just born. And so now to see them, they're 16 years of age. Oh, they grew up so fast. I have a tear coming right here.
Man, that's crazy to think. When you said how old she was, I was like, hold on, has it been that long? But it has.
It has. It's been a long time, man. And so everything is going great with my family. Just extremely happy to be in the position that we're in. I actually coach, high school football up here as well. I coach the tight end position, which I'm not sure why they had me coaching that position, but I'm coaching tight ends and just enjoying teaching kids life through football as well. So, man, I'm living the dream.
Well, Reggie, that's kind of what we say here at ICC. Of course, it's a kind of a pun, but it is. We say community is our middle name, Itawamba Community College. And that's something that's big with you as well. And you're talking about giving back to the kids. I know you're big about giving back to home and each opportunity you get. Even guys in the NFL now sometimes reach out to you about some advice as well. Why is that so important to you and has been so important to you all these years?
Well, I believe to whom much is given, much is required. My family taught me that a long time ago, that it's better to give than to receive. And so I try to carry those same Christian principles with me everywhere I go. And I am an advocate for helping your neighbors. Your neighbors are not just the person that stays next door to you, but those neighbors who live in neighboring states, neighboring countries, neighboring towns, whatever the case may be, and to look for opportunities to be a blessing. I don't believe that God necessarily gave us, all of us, the gifts, the potential, even the finances, just so we can hoard those gifts and talents and finances for ourselves. I believe God gave it to them so we can help those who may need, a helping hand. A lot of times people are not looking for a handout, they're just looking for a hand up. And that's what we try to do. If there's people that have suffered from natural disasters, and when situations like that hit, they hit extremely hard, and they hit, and when they do hit you, they're hit unexpectedly. And so what we try to do is go in and help those families to get them a ray of sunshine, some type of hope in the midst of despair. We also like to give the kids, for those families, that don't have enough finances and are struggling. We try to help the kids out, especially during back to school. So give them free back to school supplies and just things of that nature. So any way we can find opportunities to do so, we're going to try to do it. And we're praying that it will help somebody. And hopefully again, we try to live by example, that the example that we're setting will rub off from somebody else, and so that they can do the same thing.
Well, Reggie, I think that's a great message, especially in the current state of the world we live in. It's one of those where I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's just a crazy time. And I, at the end of the day, I believe good always wins. And I think that's one thing we always need, is to be that example and be the goodness that somebody's looking for.
Absolutely. And listen, I make no bones about it. I do tons of interviews about what's going on in our society today. It could be black, white, it can be politics, it could be NFL, whatever the case may be. I tell people this all the time. I said, listen, I'm not on the side of black. I'm not on the side of white. I'm on the side of what's right. Exactly what you just said. And I think that if we want to see a change, the change that we want to see, it starts with me. So it's important for me not to be swayed to the left or to the right, but to do what's right in the eyesight of God. And I know he will be pleased. Because at the end of the day, I feel like I have to answer to him. And I want to be able to look myself in the mirror and say, you did the right thing. It's important for me. I teach my kids, listen, you have to do things the right way. You have to live with excellence. Don't have to be perfect, but live with some form of excellence. You have to do things the right way. Well, if I don't do it the right way, but I'm telling them to do it the right way,